What is up, guys? Houdini here, and welcome on into a little bit of The Last of Us Part 2. I thought with the show coming out, I thought it'd be really cool just to dive back into this game. Hell yes, why not? We can compare and contrast and see what they changed along the way as they release the episodes. Does that sound good to you? Hell yes. This is the remastered version, whatever the hell that means anymore. They also came out with a complete edition with Part 1 and Part 2 together. So yeah, this was a highly controversial game back in the day. It came out just before the pandemic hit, so people were kind of feeling themselves, you know. And yeah, I think to this day it still remains to be like pretty much on one side or the other. I think globally, I think we all kind of agree that it was a disaster the way it was handled, and I do think that it's a badly structured story, but I actually think that the story itself isn't actually that bad. It is brutal, it is revenge upon revenge, it is mistake after mistake, but this idea of two people going through a similar experience, one's actions, one's consequences, one's actions, one's consequence, you know, that kind of way, two different sides of the same coin, and I really enjoy that. There is, as I said, there's massive problems, but for the most part, it was the last time I think that Sony ever took a risk. Did the risk pay off? Nope. But it was the last time they took a risk with story writing. After this game, it became milquetoast. It became just crap. Baby's first paint-by-numbers story. Spider-Man 2, God of War Ragnarok. Just baby stuff. Horrible Disney writing, both in dialogue and in structure. The idea of a game, a movie, TV show, whatever. The characters are meant to change from the beginning to the fucking end, right? It's not what we're there for. It's a journey. You go look at Spider-Man 2. Go look at fucking God of War Ragnarok. What the hell has changed? Nothing. By the end of the game, they're exactly the same place they were in. And I personally think that is some bad story writing right there. Hell yes. I could do better with the, from the fucking hangnail on my fingernail, could do a better job than that. And I think it comes from a place of fear. The backlash from Last of Us Part 2 distinctly destroyed what they were doing. They played it safe. They don't want to kill off any characters because it would rule out sequels and annoying, you know, people and all this blah blah blah, blah. Fucking bullshit. I get passionate about this stuff because when I grew up, video games were absolutely wild, you know. They were wild. There was just so much creativity and fun and passion and just not caring about really anything other than just what they were going for, you know. Nowadays, they're seeping in political agendas, they're writing in fear, creating for graphics instead of gameplay and story, and it shows. It absolutely shows. It is what it is. Alright, cool. Looking at greater challenge, resources, very limited, survivor, ground. There's so many. We'll just do it, go on hard. Yeah. Alright, apply pre-order bonus. I think they added, I don't know if I see it anywhere, they added the jacket from Intergalactic Heretic, their next game. It's just a red cyberpunk style jacket, but you know how it is. You know, they're so excited. Won't see that game for another 2 years, but here we are with a jacket in this game. Alright. Let's see. Hard. Changed anytime. Okay. Cool. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see if Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal and what's the other girl that's going to play Abby? Is it Caitlin? I'm sorry, I don't know her that well. A lot of these new actors come from Game of Thrones, and like you'd ask me what Natalie Dormer is, and I couldn't tell you. I don't know who the fuck these people are. I didn't watch that shit. Yeah, Caitlin Dever. Alright, let's go. Days of Future Past. Using a Pearl Jam song at the time broke my heart because I am a huge Pearl Jam and Eddie Vedder fan. Still am. Dude is something else. He holds a world of pain in his hands. Alright.
You go halfway across the country with someone.
It's quieter than a mouse. Biscuit on a biscuit. Hold on. Why is it so quiet? I might have messed with these back in the day or something. No. How is it so quiet? Am I going crazy? You guys probably feel it too. Hold on, I'm so sorry. Something ain't right here in Bethlehem. Fuck, everything's turned up. Turn up for what? I don't know.
She needed her immunity.
A bit better?
Means something.
I don't know. Alright, little bit of callback, don't worry.
Maybe I was was starting to buy
People still ask, like, did Joel make the right choice?
cure business.
I think he did.
Maybe I just want to do right by her.
Sad to say, but even if she could make a cure, there's about 12,000 people left, maybe, you know, all scattered across the world. You cure nothing.
Because of her, they were actually going to make a cure.
But she would have to die, right? Oh, what's going on my throat today?
The only catch, it would kill her.
It starts with a guitar and it'll end with one too.
Sweet Jesus.
Doctor? What are you doing?
Alright. Here's the kind of retcon that they did. This doctor here,
Why
watch.
you take her? This is our future. Think of all the lives we'll save.
You didn't play much of a part in the first one. Kind of genius, kind of sloppy.
Joe. What do you do?
What'd you do?
I saved her.
Good Lord. We're coming back here a lot. The trauma.
Come on, baby girl. I got you. I got you.
Cover the exit. Don't let him get away.
I think Tommy and Joel should get their own game as a prequel.
That's so. That's a lot. What does Ellie know?
People were saying, like, I can't agree with this one, honestly. Would have been better if Marlene had a bigger story. Kind of does her in the car park after this. But it would have been kind of cool to have her
Her immunity meant nothing.
be a bit wider of a story.
And she believed you?
Nope. Yes, then they remade the first game to affect the models for this one as well, so they all kind of are together. It was whatever, you know. Naughty Dog's output for this generation can't go unnoticed how rough it's been. They've now released these two games 6 times in total, you know. That's madness. They both got remasters. Then we got a remake. Now we've got a full collection. And people want to, you know, play semantics and say this and that. And no, it's a remaster, it's not a re-release. Get over yourself. Is it a new box? Yes. Simple as that. People just, you know, want to suckle on the teats of Sony for as long as they can. Me too, I want them to make great games. But if you don't check them on their bullshit, then they will go untatered, unnoticed, you know. And they'll continue with the bullshit. So don't let that happen. Don't be afraid to kill your darlings. Alright, off we go. My biggest problem with this game is actually not even Abby. It's not even Joel, the way Joel went out. Because I really hate that. But my biggest issue with this game is the unbelievable bad structure of the whole thing. The random flashbacks, you know, just to pull at the heartstrings, and then there's just the onslaught of Abby's like huge 8-hour section, and then back to Ellie, and it just doesn't make half of it doesn't make any sense. Why they structured that way? It felt like rushed. Felt rushed at the end. Gallop. I'm not gonna gallop. I'm gonna spend my time with this man, this hero, this legend. He stands up with the greats. John Marston, Arthur Morgan, Tommy Vercetti, Kratos. He does. He's a legend. He's a John Wayne figure. Check this out. Welcome to Jackson. Nice little bastion of hope for now, anyway. I guess they're the Rockies in the background. Don't kill me for not knowing all of America's geography. Find me an American that knows their own geography. Find me an Irishman that knows his own geography. Look at this guitar. Oh, I remember when like this one came out, people were breaking the disc on stream. They were freaking out, destroying their consoles. It We're sending death threats to everybody. It's just crazy. That's why I feel so bad for this actress, this Caitlin Denver. I wish her the best. I don't wish any of that on. They're just an actor. They're just reading some lines. The voice actresses are just reading some lines, you know. Maybe these creators and Neil Cuckman and all that, they really need to start realizing the power they have. Not just have it be all political. Not just to write for the sake of all this ego, you know. What's up, Tommy? You taking your time, boy? I can't go any further till you do. Imagine a prequel with Tommy and Joel during the days of the Fireflies and the downfall of mankind and the militarization of all that, you know. How cool would that be? That's another issue this game too, is that there's such a vicious onslaught of enemies that you don't know who you're fighting half the time, you know. You got the wolves, and then when you go to Santa Barbara, that's whole different factions. During the course of the first game, it's a classic like road trip movie as well, you know. This is what I always say. People don't realize it, but some of the best movies out there are either over a course of time or a road trip. Some kind of a, you know, moving from one place to the next. Some of them don't even leave their cars. But yeah, so obviously we're trying to get to different places, but it kind of works like a road trip, you know. And there's something quite beautiful about that. This one, it feels like it's trying to be the first game again, you know. You do go to other places, but yeah, I don't know. It still looks as gorgeous there. Obviously, there's the PS5, and this is the remastered version. It's gorgeous for sure. There's no doubt about it. I never ever doubt Naughty Dog on their graphical level. You know, they're very, very good at what they do, but when you have a madman in charge and the structure of the story is just a disaster, it's just powered by ego. It's not gonna fare too well. So you can see they have a branding on the horse, the J for Jackson. Pretty cool. We got little grasshoppers going on. There's so much to love. I want to drink this in again, not just rattle on like everyone else has done over the last fucking 5 years about this game. You know, nearly 6 years. Just moaning and complaining, but yeah.
It's okay. I got him. You go on.
You sure?
Yeah.
D'Artagnan.
About what we were talking about earlier. I can't say I'd have done different.
There you go. I can always tell if the dialogue's off, if it's not hitting my limiter.
I'll take it to the grave if I have to.
Nice. I thought this would be cool. It'll be a little like I tend to start and stop this game over and over and over
See you
again.
later.
It's just one of those games. Once you get to the Abbey part, I think everyone just the goose is cooked. What I was hoping, instead of this complete edition crap, I was really hoping that they would do some kind of change in the show. And you know, maybe some people would hate it, some people would love it, whatever. And then do like a director's cut. There he is there, the man himself, the cook man in charge. Do like a director's cut of the game. Or at least give us the option. I'd love like a director's mode. And I'd be able to just chop and change and move around the story. I would play the first half of it with all those flashbacks and build up this gorgeous relationship with the two, you know. Instead of just jumping 3 years into the future, then playing it back. There's a whole, you know, you'd swear Neil went to writing school for this shite, because it's so
Ellie?
basic. It's like throw them in the middle of action and have something wrong and don't tell them, and then pull at the heartstrings later. There's our Ellie. I think one of the greatest, like, female leads and empowerment and just well written. I know people might disagree in this game, but just in general, well played, well written.
Just gave me a heart attack.
Doesn't shove no agenda or anything. She fails, she learns, she makes mistakes,
Hey.
same as all of us. She's very human.
Hey.
What's up, Joel?
Sir, dude. Sir. Look at this man with his hands. Bach. Look at him. You'll always be a
Talking about
cowboy,
how impressed
baby.
They are with
I want to be
you
a cowboy,
how well
baby.
you're helping out.
Lava lamp. Yeah, she's always obsessed with
Good.
stuff before she was born. Comics and lava lamps
Tommy and I
and
went out
90s
riding
stuff.
the other day, and he he told me a joke, and I thought about you. It's
Oh, and her famous joke book.
oh shoot, no, I forgot it.
This week's going to be
About a
interesting.
clock.
We have
How do
the
you-
Joel,
second tape for
it's,
Lost Records.
It's pretty late and I gotta...
Couple new Souls likes. We finished
Yeah,
off
in a
Assassin's
few
Creed
hours.
Shadows and South of
Yeah,
Midnight
yeah,
last
Your
week.
hair just
Wonderful stuff.
I want to show you something. Just give me 1 second.
No.
What's this?
Teach her how to swim and teach her how.
Some folks
Wait,
call this
no.
thing here a guitar.
Funny.
You want to hear something?
We know how to get it.
Okay.
Just clean it up for her. With the famous moth on it.
Promise me that you won't laugh.
No.
I won't laugh. I won't.
Do you wonder why they're standoffish? We'll find out later.
You.
Going through a big old fight. Alright. I should go a bit slower. Speed strumming. Good old finger picking as well. But can't find a pick.
If I ever were to lose you, I'd surely lose myself. Everything
This is like an apology in my eyes, this song.
I found by myself.
Why he did it.
Trying sometimes
He lost Sarah.
to
Just couldn't do it
make
again.
this man of me. All my stolen missing parts I've no need for anymore. 'Cause I believe, and I believe 'cause I can see our future days, days of you and me.
No.
There you go.
Well, that didn't suck.
I'll take what I can get.
Oh, Troy Baker. And the thing is, he was on the guitar as Booker DeWitt in Bioshock
No.
Infinite.
No. I don't know the first thing
I
about this.
promise that I'd teach you how to play.
He loves his guitar. I think he has a band of his own or some albums or something.
You
Bit of a
did.
celebrity in Japan.
So what do you say, tomorrow night? First lesson?
Deal.
Oh, the uncomfortable silences.
Okay.
Ellie's hang up about the whole thing is she was kind of willing to give up her life for a cure, you know?
Do you remember the
She's
joke?
14, it's a hell of a lot to put on your whole life. You're a baby.
What is the downside to eating a clock? It's time consuming.
God damn it!
That's so dumb.
Dumb is good.
Yeah.
Will we get a part 3? I think so. I think all the restructuring and the disaster and also getting rid of factions makes me think that you know, Intergalactic's obviously a couple of years, obviously, you know, in development and, you know, away. But I think they've now fast-tracked Part 3. I actually predicted this. I know I'm not like Mr. fucking Nostradamus or anything, but I said that they would split this game into 2, and they should, because people were pissed about the last 2 episodes of the first season because it was so fast, and they're like, oh, to spend so much time on Bill, like we know the Bill episode is controversial. Those that are just pissants. Alright, boom, then you just fast forward it again. 4 years later.
Shit.
So yeah, there's a little bit of awkwardness there. And now between then and they're kind of on the outs. They haven't really spoken much. A couple times a year.
Sorry, I totally overslept. Just give me a minute and I'll get dressed.
I heard you had quite a night after I left.
There's Jess. On the more pointless, more annoying, sort of kind of...
It was just Dina being Dina.
Strange characters, honestly. Because he was used as a kind of cloak and dagger bait and switch, you know. During the...
We're broken up 1 week and you make a move on my girl?
During the run-up to the release of this game, we had
just trying to make you jealous.
really incredible trailers. Trailers that made you think something was going to happen to Joel, but also something was not going to happen to him. And then that was switched in the final game. You might think, oh, that's just perfect misleading, but we don't take kindly to that around here, you know. People got pissed, rightly so, as I did. You don't tell us one thing is going to happen and then just pull the wool over our eyes. Alright, as you know, if you played Left Behind, Ellie is gay. But she doesn't make a big song and dance about it, and they don't shove it down your throat. They never did. Now, this game, they do a little bit. So you can see that Jesse is a friend. They're living in Jackson here, and apparently Dina, his ex, has made a bit of a move on Ellie, or Ellie's made a move on her, and now we lead to awkward love triangle. We get to see all that. I'd be interested to see how they pull that off in the TV show, because it's kind of easier in game, because if you build these characters up in good motion capture, and you're good to go, right? You know. But in a TV show, if there's no chemistry between characters, and if they're not gay in real life, it sure is fucking easy to do that. Well, I will say ladies have it a little bit easier. I think about 90% of ladies are kind of bi anyway, which is cool. I think it's a beautification thing, you know. The idea of, you know, idolizing, you know, just the nature of the feminine nature, I guess. Different for guys. They're like, fuck you, yeah, dude, fuck you, yeah. Alright, let's see all the cool things over here. This game is massive. You can already see there's a little bit of a three-person friendship going on, a little trouble. There's the moth, other stuff from her comics. Now, I don't know if we'll find it, Savage Starlight, right? But I think, didn't somebody say there is a little nod to Intergalactic Heretic? Maybe it was in the first game. They always do this. They did the same in Uncharted with a little nod to this as well. Blazing Blitz. Yeah, we'll see about that, huh? But now with these remasters and stuff, they can easily just go in, you get a random update, and like nobody knows what was changed, and lo and behold, they did change something.
Hey, is Joel up?
Got reports of infected out north.
Alright.
Send him and Tommy out early to scout.
Yep.
That sucks.
Tommy and Joel out and about. We'll see them soon enough.
Definitely not as much as you.
The funny thing is, whether this game was bad or good or controversial or not, it still just
Got everything?
drove traffic and drove people talking about it, so it's a win in their book. But I think it irreversibly changed Sony as a writing studio, you know. Graphically, they'll always be doing their thing. I think they are the kings of realism, whether you want it or not. But about it, boys, that's about it. The storytelling after this moment,
She kissed me.
is crap.
Which triggered Seth to call you a not so nice word.
You whore.
Then Joel decked him.
More of a push.
Look at this place. We got some greenhouses.
That part confused
Very
me.
good. Keeping those
It was a
veggies
strange
safe
night,
during
yeah.
the winter. So look at this. The society's trying to rebuild itself. You've still got that small town living. Everyone knows their business. If anything happens, everybody knows immediately. Like, Jesus Christ.
Be safe out there.
We always are.
The first game definitely proved that, even just by the name, that the greatest threat of all was never the virus. It was never the clickers, the mutated ones. It was always the humans around you. But this game takes it a bit too far. You know? But I think they just had such a runaway success with well-crafted characters like Ellie and Joel in the first game, and they realized that's all they needed. They kind of forget the clickers exist in this one. You have many encounters with them, and there's even a few mutated ones, but it is maybe 10% of the game, maybe 5%, I don't know. It's tiny.
Excuse me?
It makes me sad because there's one thing happening in zombie games and zombie universes right now is there's just no movement. Nobody is doing anything different. Nobody is, you know, changing the book at all. It's always the same bastard things. Maybe they're a bit faster. Maybe they explode. You always get the exploding one, the screamer, the fat one, the tank, you know, and the witch type character. But nobody's fucking moving it forward. So when the clickers came along, they really moved things forward. I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. You got like this clicking noise used in echolocation to find you, and the idea of the cordyceps is just so cool. And then they forgot to bother themselves. Makes me sad. Look at this place. It's almost going back to like the Western days. That's why everyone's in the cowboy hats and the horses. Back when civilization kind of made a little bit of sense. Look at all these kids. And you see new generations coming up and just having that innocence. Beautiful thing. Look at this place. Gorgeous. Hello, boy. Don't bite me now. Take a lump out of my ass. I ain't the postman. Nice. Honestly, as mad as it seems, I kind of understood what was going to happen to Joel, because once Joel gets severely injured in the first game and you play as Ellie, you take over, I kind of knew that that was the passing of the torch there, you know what I mean?
Oh, hi.
But I still think that they went for shock value over common sense, you know? When you see the likes of Red Dead 1 and Red Dead 2 both doing just wonderful handovers and wonderful respect to characters, it just seems stupid to go for the shock factor alone. It's like a cliffhanger at the end of an episode or something. It's a very basic storytelling tool.
In the back.
Instead of, you know, being, you know, proper and give honor and give respect to these characters.
Excuse me.
I think it even holds
There you are. Come here.
more issue because of the realism. If these were cartoon characters dying off, you'd be like, I'm sad, but
I don't want to hear what that bigot has to say.
this is Maria, this is Tommy's wife. She's become a pseudo mayor of the place, and she's a hard ass.
Seth.
I can't lie to you, I have not watched the first season. I've watched some of the episodes. Didn't get that far. I just don't be caught up with TV. I dropped Game of Thrones back in the day a few seasons in because it's boring the tits off.
Sure.
The last show I fully watched beginning to end was probably Breaking Bad. I don't like the binge nature. Never did. I know it last was season 2 is weekly, which is great. I think we should go back to that.
Okay.
There was a time, right, that you would get a show every week for about 8 months. It's like September to summer, and they take a break in the summer and go September to summer again. And it was just this event people would get together. I miss it so much. COVID did more than just destroy our brains.
I appreciate that.
Destroyed everything else too. We can't even seem to keep businesses going or nothing.
Bigot sandwiches.
Bigot sandwiches.
Smells good.
Nice.
They're yours.
Goes show even the downfall of mankind.
Let me walk you out.
People can't let go of their differences and their old ways. And him, that proprietor seeing Ellie and Dina kiss, triggered that old bigoted bastard soul inside of him, passed down for many generations. Look at the squirrel up there.
When you go out, I want you to trade off with Tommy and Joel. Those boys have been up for far too long.
I assume they go back to old standard bartering, because money wouldn't be a factor anymore, right?
Watch yourself.
Back before money was a thing, we used to just use bartering. So it was whatever your hands could do, the work you could do, hunting, maybe some wood, whatever you could get your hands on, you know, whatever you were good at. That would be used as a bartering item, and then people would figure out what was worth it or not. Oh, look at teaching her to walk. You see the innocence of things, you know. Look at them, they even have a lovely little daycare and possibly a little kindergarten and stuff. Cute. But yeah, I do wish we would go back to those bartering ways, because it gave people a reason to live. Working wasn't just 9 to 5 to get paid and then piss it away on drink and drugs. It was a reason, you know. Like, this is what I can do.
So,
look, I don't know what's going on with you and Joel.
Ooh.
Maria,
Look at the
Nobody
like
really cares about you.
freckles and the sores
I'm
and the
sure he
blemishes
didn't
and
mean
everything.
to.
Fine.
So good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sorry to pry. Be safe.
Thanks.
So from the sounds of it,
Assignments.
there's a tagline for
We get your
the
girlfriend
season
fixed.
3. I think it has to be worth it, you know, or something like that. I think I remember her saying that during her fights with Dina later down the line, you know.
Can I talk
So
to
I
you?
could almost assume exactly where that season's going to end, which would be about the halfway point of here. Makes sense. Basically, before she goes back out to
I just want to
Santa
say sorry
Barbara
for
and
running
that, I
off
think.
last night. Oh, it's okay. I
The
totally get it.
awkward night after.
I felt bad. Why? Because I started the whole thing and
I think the actors they
I
chose
shouldn't
for
have
Abby,
kissed you
people were
anything
saying
at
she'd
all.
play a
Just
good
people-
Ellie.
I know you were drunk. It's
Actors
fine.
they chose for
Still,
Dina.
I don't want you.
Everything.
No, I'm not reading into it or anything.
I think it was great casting.
You know what I love
Bella's,
about
on the
you?
other hand, she gets
don't
so much
even
shit for it, and it's
trust
mean. Like, the girl clearly can act, but there's no doubt about it that it's not her
we should probably
fault.
get
It's just
going.
genetics, but she has such a wildly unique look to her that it's distracting. It's distracting.
So much.
If they had put some kind of a wig over her to make it look like dead on, 1-to-1 to Ellie's hair, I don't know if that would have been enough. People just be hating for hating's sake, but I do think when it comes to these things, it is important, you know, to get it right. And when you pick someone like Pedro, who looks almost 1-to-1 to Joel, and then go wildly different, nice shot. Yeah, he just went. No, you gotta kiss me. Oh my god.
I'm gonna come over there and fight you, like for real.
Oh, look at my aim. I do suck. I'm sorry. Down. That kid up above ain't no joke. Where is he? Die, bitch.
Oh, you like that?
Come on. You gonna die.
Oh, suck it.
Nice. Don't put up. Oh, nice shot.
Boom, eat
Down. He's cheating. Ah,
See you.
no shit coming.
Love you.
Jesus, did you really say that?
Bro.
Well, look who it is. Sorry, you're trapped now.
Oh no, you got snow in your hair.
See ya. Oh, that one missed. Come on, finish it off. You're not helping much, are you? Miss Dina. Miss Dina. Oh my god. No, you don't. Look at that jump. Did we pick up a snowball or what?
Yeah, you better run. You better run.
Nice, what a shot.
There.
That was a homer.
Eat it, shrimps.
I put a rock in that one. I put a dog turd in the other one.
Help me. You'll never get away with
Jay.
this.
Hello? Guys, can I join the dog pile, please? Thank you. Oh, dear God. They're worse than clickers.
All right,
They're
we
ankle
each have some
biters.
work to do. Scram.
Yeah, I know. And I think Caitlin will probably get fucking bullied online. I know Bella as well. I think the bigger issue for me, like, I know I've mentioned it before, but I think because of the 5-year gap, now it's blatantly obvious. Like, they all have such kid faces, you know, between Caitlin and Bella and everything. It just didn't work. I think this should have been used as an opportunity
He assigned us together.
to maybe recast some of them, you know. It's easier for the older folks, you know, and Pedro, you can dial up and dial down grazing the beard, you know. Like, what if we get a part 3 and it is another 5-10 years in the future? He's still gonna use Bella.
Morning.
You know, at this point, you put a beard in her too. I don't know. You can't win. You just have to trust in the process. It's not like a Sonic situation where you can go from the crazy Sonic to the backlash and then having them fix it. It just doesn't work like that. Because we end up like just saying our piece, but you create complexes in people and give them terrible like views on their looks, and their, even cause them to have EDs and everything, you know, kind of way. Sometimes we gotta think before we just throw the nonsense out there.
Thanks. Come on.
You know, there's multiple reports that they've said they're not working on part 3, which is a lie. They like to, as you know,
Hey, Shiver.
they destroyed the fucking trailers, so you know they like to do a bit of the old lying, a
Yeah.
little bit of white lies to throw off our trail, so we're getting excited for Intergalactic. And I've heard that they're also
And one for you.
doing something Uncharted related, but we'll see. We'll see.
Open
A
it up.
separate little team, multiple directors.
Settle down, children. All right.
Shit, I still miss the Jack
know
and
the
Dexter
drill.
and Crash days, but that's just me.
On your routes, mark your logbooks, clear any infected you see.
Okay.
Run into anything you can't handle.
Be surprised to
come back.
find some.
Be smart about it.
Because eventually, even the infected and the
Alright.
clickers just run out of food
Get
and
going.
die. You gotta survive on some. Alright. Day in the life at the end of the world. I think the other difference between this and the first game, and it has to be said, it is a monstrously long game. First game, if you're doing everything and enjoying yourself, you probably get it done in about 10 or 12 hours, right? It's probably even being pretty generous. This one, I think you'd be clocking in like 20 to 30 hours. Because it is redonkulous. That's why it's 2 seasons. There you go. Gotta sleep. The eyes, but we're not with Ellie and Dina now. It's a whole different party. Something else is brewing out there. There she is, all fucking tall, butch, and pissed off. Abby. The voice actress behind her, legend, you know, Laura Bailey. She got death threats to her family and her kids over this character, a fictional character written by Neil and his team. What do you think's going to happen to Caitlin? Caitlin's just a kid. She's just taking an opportunity. To play the bad guy, to play the villain in a story, and you play it so well, you run the risk of, as I said, death threats and very disturbed people not realizing that they can't change, you know, the reality of show and reality of real life. And then you run the risk of being typecast as a villain forever. Which I've seen done time and time again. Too much of a bad thing.
Hey. What were you dreaming about?
Was I talking?
You're doing your teeth grinding thing.
Tension.
Where have you been?
Woman.
Grab your gear. I want to show you something.
What?
Trust me.
They done found something. So I went from Joel, played a little bit as Joel, and played a little bit as Ellie, now a little bit of Abby. If you couldn't tell that you're on a merry-go-round already, you know. You play as Joel for like 99% of the first game, and then a little bit as Ellie when
Sure
you're
you
helping
don't want
out.
to do this when the sun's out? And it's warmer?
No.
Like the Holy Trinity of Tim Burton, Danny
You don't want to just
Elfman,
tell me?
and Johnny Depp.
You need to see it.
It became the Holy Trinity of frickin' Troy Baker, Laura Bailey, and the drugster, the cookster, Neil Cookman. People had issue with Abby as well. Like, you talk to any of the good old boys, and they have an issue with how butch and strong she is. Even I mentioned her
What are you
being
doing
butch.
wandering around out here by yourself?
I think
Been
the idea is to show that
You too?
Abby has been training this whole time. She's been searching.
Like the farther south we go, the prettier it's gotten.
She's
You want to keep
a
going?
hardened
Just drive all the way to
fucking
Mexico?
survivalist
I've
at this
thought
point.
about it.
Practically
You can see Manny's hometown.
military, you know.
Yeah, I don't see that living up to his stories somehow.
Yeah, no, probably not.
We're so used to, you know, not really hearing of many other factions outside of bandits. First game mentions Fireflies, they're mentioned a little bit here, but honestly I think the handling or mishandling of the
You
Fireflies
did all this in the dark.
has always pissed me off.
Yes.
I've seen people get
Now come on.
tattoos about the Fireflies, and they couldn't actually sit there and tell me what they represent or what they are, you know. We're meant to be a resistance group. This is why we need a prequel, you know. We want to know when the Fireflies were good. Oh, someone's already been here. And I don't mean on vacation. But yeah, they're supposed to be a resistance group. Right, at the time, you had like FEMA and all these other things fighting against the people. So in the first game you get that feeling, you're like, ooh, this is cool. But by the end of the game, the Fireflies are no different than the government.
We're gonna be tired for today's trip.
Let's bump into everything.
It's not that far.
Hey, is Mel okay? She seemed out of it these past few days.
She'll be fine.
You stop being weird, you're freaking me out.
Should preggers.
I'm not being weird.
So yeah, so people kind of really got into the Fireflies when we realized that they were as much of a villain as anyone else. And I just didn't understand why everyone then would proceed then to get tattoos. I don't get it. I don't try and hate people's tattoos. Do whatever you want. But, you know, they obviously got Ellie's arm tattoo and they've got the moth tattoo as well. Bloodborne tattoos. And if these things, if these games find you at certain points in your life, it's going to mean something to you. But to then not have the kind of knowledge of realizing that you're getting a tattoo of an evil faction that's tried to kill people in the game, it just seems very weird to me. But anyway, it is what it is. Same with Bloodborne. Like a Bloodborne tattoo, I get it, it means something to you, but you're talking about
Are you breaking up with Mel?
blood mutations and
No.
things like that,
You
and
wish.
demons and
I've
stuff.
had my fill.
I
Thank
suppose
you.
some people it's just a symbol, I guess. The symbol's corrupt, but I'd love to see a prequel because there's 20 years between the beginning of the outbreak and
You can do it, I can do it.
I'm just chatting away. I'm not even listening to what they're telling me to. Yeah,
We can't all be as graceful as you.
Barely.
the beginning of the outbreak to when it just snaps back to Joel
What is that?
in
You'll be
Boston.
fine.
It's too high.
Come on.
So I'd love to see some of that.
Hey,
It'd be really cool. Get Marlene in there too. A younger Tess, why not?
stop looking down.
Not trying to milk the franchise. I just think there could have been maybe better stories told, but that's just me. That's just me.
Owen, do we have to
Kind of
go
like
back this way?
Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Consider it an opportunity to work on your
Doesn't
fears.
break the
I gotta
timeline.
work my foot up your ass.
Abby, stop flirting.
Don't piss off the lady. What's this? Come on, Owen. I'll mess you up, boy. You won't even know what hit you. Yeah, she crazy. What is the story of Abby and Owen? We're gonna find out. What are they looking for out here? Also a snowy region.
Is this it?
Don't that look familiar?
We made it.
Now why are they out in the outskirts of Jackson?
It's a fucking city.
Yeah.
I'm going to Jackson. I'm gonna mess around.
Have you told anyone else?
I'm going
What
to
did you say
Jackson.
first?
I got a golf club bound. Nice.
So
Hey
we're
now.
patrolling
Hey, don't
up
say
and
that.
down to an outpost over there.
You have no idea how
Keep an
many
outpost in between.
characters across the games and stuff that have died from a golf club. Isn't that
Electricity.
weird? Is it
Done.
just the chosen tool of the destructors?
It's a lot of people.
We can figure it out.
This just came out on PC. I hear it runs
Okay.
like arse. And they're also
Assuming
putting
he's
out
in there, how do we get to him?
Days Gone remastered as well this month. So April is the month of
We can corner one
Sony
of the patrols and get
rehashes. And now we
confirmation,
have
and
the Last of Us
I don't know.
1 and 2 complete
Find
collection.
a way to lure him out.
They didn't even advertise that. It just said, here it is.
Okay.
It shows
Sure
they
they'll
know
be
what they're
happy
doing.
to offer that information.
Which is
Well, then we make
fucking
them.
up franchises upon the regular,
You hear
on
yourself?
the replay.
Okay, what do you want to do? What is
you
going
wanna
on with
do?
you?
See, he's having second thoughts. Dead right. Someone's got to
That's
say it.
Oh. Okay.
It's not just that, though.
Should I say congrats?
Everyone else
Yeah.
sees this, they're gonna want to turn back.
So it's a little bit of a bigger story. Owen and Mel are together.
Right?
Owen's the father of Mel's baby, but he's fucking Abby on the side. As a bit of the old revenge
I
porn.
couldn't count on you.
Happy.
Owen, for some reason, must have just be packing heat or something. With these, but they got their own little, their own.
Don't.
Oh damn! You already get to see the red flags of Abby here. She's clearly extremely on edge, grinding her teeth. This is how she
See,
responds
back,
to a relationship. She knew she was already cheating, from the sounds of it. You can't have it every which way. Clearly wanted to try and pull him away from Mel. Sorry, Abby. Abby's got bigger demons going on. So you see, this is the coin I'm talking about.
Fuck it.
And then she goes. She's doing this basically in defiance of Owen, because he's now told her Mel's pregnant and he's basically going to stay with Mel.
I don't give a fuck.
See?
I'll do the whole thing on my own.
These are all just destructive kids, really. I'm not too sure how old Abby is. I think she's pretty close to Ellie's, though. They're around, both of them around 19, I'd say. How's it going, Kiso? Hello, 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 my friend. Hope you're doing well. I'm good, I'm good. How you doing? How is the Kiso Bar doing? Did you ever play Myst? Way, way back in the day. Way, way back. Jesus. Hell yes. Whee! That's a hell of a deep cut. Are you in the middle of it right now? Ooh. Ooh. Wouldn't it be cool if they brought back Myst in a big way? I think, did they do some kind of a remake or a remaster or something? I remember something. Myst is one of the OGs, right? The OGs. Oh yes. Let's see here. Yeah, so I thought it'd be kind of fairly apt to give this an old play as the show is coming out. I've played and started it about 4 times at this point. I know exactly what I'm doing or not doing. I won't lie, it's a hard game to play, and not because of difficulty, because of story structure. It's made with like a drunk horse that fell off a merry-go-round and called it a story, you know. But I admire it for its
Short hike.
It's courage. People think I'm crazy for saying that, but it takes unbelievable risks, and they don't pay off, not even remotely. But at least they took a risk, you know. You'll always be remembered for the failures, but at least they took a risk.
He got Mel pregnant.
Yeah, that's what happens. You're fucking him on the side too, Abby. Could easily been you. She's a bit jelly. She's a bit jelly. This is Abby here, played by the wonderful Laura Bailey, who got death threats to her and her son because of this character. Yes, people are twisted. If you feel the need to do that, ladies and gentlemen, go get help. Take your hands off the fucking keyboard and get help. For God's sake. Nothing in life is worth typing all that shit. Don't care if you're joking or shit posting or whatever. Grow the hell up. I hope you look back and be ashamed of yourself if you've ever written that stuff to anybody. Good lord. But they won't. These type of people are brain dead animals. Stuck to social media, and they grow up that way. So they grow up like Katy Perry. Is math related to science? Learning nothing, just having more kids. Learn nothing, have more kids. Yes, sir. Such is life. You can't, unfortunately, change the path, right? We can't change the path we're on. She got 3 stinking bullets in this thing. What were you thinking, girlie? You ain't gonna survive. Nice. And then there was, what was that other one I remember playing a bit of? Riven, was it? I think they remastered Riven as well, didn't they? It was like a pseudo sequel to the Myst. You know? Actually, I've been obsessed with this game. It came out. It's like Myst mixed with mechanics. Ooh, is it Blueprints? No. Damn, look at that blood on the snow. Got 2 bullets. Alright, we gotta go now, because we ain't got no bullets. It's a dead end, girl. I think I'm playing on harder, so they're just giving you no bullets. We're going to Jackson. Gonna loosen my hair. Go on, Abby. You got yourself in trouble. Get yourself out of it. Unfortunately, this is gonna lead to her running into some very familiar characters. You remember Ellie and Jesse had just mentioned Tommy and Joel. I don't really need to heal, but they're gonna teach me. Tommy and Joel are out on a routine, basically like patrol of the circumference around Jackson. See if I care. I always forget how strange the bullets and
How do I get out of here?
controls are for these games. Not strange, just doing their own thing. If you come from Uncharted, it's fine. Uncharted 4 still holds up very, very well, I think. Story and everything. That's going to be one of those games. This one, absolutely graphically and gameplay wise, it holds up, but story. We'll see how. I really want to see people who've only watched the show go and watch the second series and see what they think, you know? Blueprints, yeah! Blueprints is insane! Good stuff. Are you playing it on Game Pass? Yeah, Blueprints is insane, hell yeah. Good shout. Basically like a roguelike, right? You like pick where you're going next and you have stamina and stuff. You always, you've got great taste in indies, I've always said that.
There's that lookout.
Mystery Meg came out. Yeah, Riven was sequelish. Yeah, Blueprints. Hell yes, there you go. Yeah, I knew what you were talking about as soon as you start mentioning it. I love it. You can hear the passion in your writing of the message, you know? I love that. I love to see people like that. There's so many games and indie games, right? So hard to keep up with them. For me, it's like a lot of Souls-likes as well, and I'm the same as other people waiting on things like Hollow Knight, Silksong and that, you know? There's some really great special games. I just played South of Midnight. Not really an indie because Xbox owned the team now, but it's the guys who made We Happy Few, if you remember that crazy British style game where you kind of put on the makeup, and you eat your joy pill, and it makes you all happy. It's really good. It's based in the American South. It's kind of like an Xbox 360 action platformer, you know, your platforming puzzle, great story, great music, and a bit of combat. South of Midnight, also on the Game Pass. Really, really fun. It's kind of short and sweet, like it doesn't overstay its welcome. A good 10-hour game, you know. I really enjoyed it. Now that one gets a little bit hated on, of course, again, because 1, female lead, 2, person of colour, so you get about 40% of the hate is from just blatant racists, let's be honest. And then some of the other hate might be warranted if it is Sweet Baby Inc. See, they don't even know. Same with like when people call things woke. They don't even know really what they're doing anymore. They don't know what any of that means. They're just saying things. But, you know, there is issue with Sweet Baby Inc. I do agree with that. It's kind of a virtue signaling false representation company who was hired as a consultant for certain cultures. But as you find out, 90% of them are actually just common Western white ladies that have no idea what's about this culture. So it comes off disingenuous. That's the issue I have. I don't want false representation. You know, I'm a basic Irishman, as white as they come. You know, and I don't know these people's struggles. You know, I don't know about their cultures. So I want to learn through things like movies, video games, and going there myself. So if you're going to tell me that my medium, like the movies and the games I love, are now being, you know, fucking hyper-jacked by these idiots who think they know a culture better than the people themselves, then there's absolutely something wrong with that. False representation can do more damage than no representation at all. So yeah, that kind of stuff, yeah. But otherwise, all the anti-woke stuff, that's just grifting. They're hate baiting and hate farming online just to get views. You know, the likes of the Quartering and all those guys are not well in the head. They're gone. Completely gone. So if you find yourself, or even look what's happened to Joe Rogan. I can't be the only one who used to love watching Joe Rogan. He was, you know, very kind of smart about topics like UFC and very for weed and that, you know. And all that was good. And then he got weird, political. He went crazy on the TFT. And now he's unwatchable. Like, if you're still watching Joe Rogan, be careful, because you could find your mind being fucking gone, you know, crazy as well. He's about 2 steps away from becoming Alex Jones. And that's sad, you know. I think most of us just we do consume our media and we don't expect to be brainwashed, right? We use it as a crux. We use it as a kind of a comfort blanket. I know I do. I know I shouldn't. We're all a bit obsessed with online stuff. But it's more just a habit than anything. But if you're going to find out with this stuff, people are just gone mad. That's no good. Can we get this guy from here? He's turned the wrong way. So these guys are the first kind of infected. This is what happens to them. They're sometimes known as runners and freaks and all this other stuff. They're not full-on clickers, not yet. Nice. You can see the bleeding eyes. You can see the infection taking hold. the sores, the mind is gone, the cordyceps is taken over. One of the coolest ideas for an infection ever, because cordyceps are real. It's a parasitic mushroom, basically, a fungus, and we mainly see it in animals like ants and that will eat mushrooms, and it will burst out of their head. And I've seen, you know, the wonderful documentaries of people like David Attenborough and that. They've shown a time lapse of these ants with the mushrooms burrowing out of their heads, and the other ants will see that this ant is acting weird, you know, and they'll immediately remove them from the colony and exile them, and then you'll see it slowly die off because it can't survive. And it's wild. So for them to do that in the clickers in this series is wonderful. I just wish they'd more emphasis on it. I'd love to see more of that. Alright, cool. That's why I like you, man. You know you're into stuff. No, you know you're into stuff. I know a lot of people in the community as well. They love a lot of good indie stuff too. Makes me so happy. It was a while back there. I think it was the Steam Next Fest, where I was just playing game after game, demo after demo. It was so much fun. I found some crazy ones. It's really, really cool. There's one called Mindwave, and it's kind of a mix of Undertale meets Everhood. That one was really cool. Really great graphics. Art style. I think the guy over here sees me killing this guy. Yep. Oh, I always forget the dodge button. Nice. La, 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 la. Look at him still fucking suffering. Alright. Nice. We didn't get a full stealth off there.
The weather's getting bad. Where's the road?
So you can see that Abby has her intentions for Jackson, but then took it a step too far, went off on her own. It's never really to go down like this. But she got what she wanted. Honestly, if they had attacked Jackson themselves, they would have died, they would have perished. Jackson is heavily fortified. Even just one sniper from the tower would probably kill off most of Abby's group. But it wasn't meant to happen like that. Someone else got caught out in this blizzard too.
Where's the patrol?
Patrol. Yeah, one of them was a cool, like, pixel art, neon goodness twin click shooter called Neon Inferno. That one was cool. Kind of like Contra. And there was that Mindwave. It was called Death's Howl, which was a sort of turn-based Souls-like game with a really unique art style. It's like somebody colored it in with a crayon, you know? Really cool. And then with a name like Death's Howl, like, sheesh. But yeah, I want to do that again. You can't keep up with all the games, right? Jesus, so you know. Especially like if you're working as well. Like I'll look through some games in work if I have a spare minute, and I'm like, oh god, what do I play? Like I just finished South of Midnight and Assassin's Creed Shadows. At least Assassin's Creed Shadows wasn't too long. It was a good like 50 hours, not 150 hours. But it ended weird. I just got credits out of nowhere, so I don't know. It's fun though.
Jesse's great.
Out of those 4 RPG Assassin's Creed games, probably my second favorite.
Just on autopilot.
It goes Odyssey, Shadows, Origins, Valhalla. But they have their issues.
Didn't feel.
Mindwave, yeah, WarioWare, exactly, dude, exactly.
Yeah, 'cause
yeah, they just spit out DI the second delete is. Yeah, I know, it's terrible now. And the average person won't do their homework on it. I hate to even rant about it because then I kind of sound like them. Then I don't want to do that. I'm not like that, I promise you. I'm a kid who grew up loving movies and 80s stuff and video games and music, and I still do. Everything else just hopefully goes out one ear and out the other, or goes straight over my head. Off the duck's back, as they say.
Okay.
I don't want any of this stuff infecting and ruining these things. This is our escapism. This is a passion. This is something that's got us through good times, bad times, you know. I don't want it to be infected with people who are just gotten obsessed over the wrong thing, you know. It happens every day. I've seen families freaking out and not talk to each other over something as goofy as politics. I don't know.
See something spectacular?
You're gonna point at your face, aren't you?
Wow.
Nothing is.
Let's see that face.
Spectacular.
Oh my, oh my.
Oh, brother.
You can already see the chemistry and the tension between these two. So during the DLC for the first game, Left Behind, we got a very young Ellie with her friend. They were kind of just walking around an old mall, and you got to see sort of the Fireflies some bandits, and you got to see basically Ellie kind of developing feelings for Riley, and yeah, it was innocent, you know, a little 14-year-old, God bless her, at the end of the world, not really understanding life or anything. It was really well done. It was really well done. It never changed anything, as it shouldn't. Whether someone is gay, bi, or ostrich, it doesn't matter what they are. You know, it shouldn't change anything. But then people took offense in this game. They felt like the whole Dina relationship was a bit forced or whatever. I don't know. It's another sign of that very select. Do you ever notice it's the same select people that are hyper religious that also seem to be anti everything else, anti LGBT, anti people of color. It's funny how that works, isn't it?
You think of this view,
Yeah,
huh?
honestly, closed-minded fucks. Jeez,
It's pretty nice.
it's so silly to me.
Yeah, this route has its perks.
My thoughts on all that stuff is, mind your business. Let people live their lives. If they're not genuinely affecting you or hurting anybody out in the world, leave them the fuck alone. I know we have a chronic issue of main character syndrome from both sides, you know, from the angry right and the confusing left. I get that. But at the end of the day, we're all trying to live a fucking life, aren't we? The best of our abilities. Just move on. Leave people alone. As much as we want to be left alone, you know, that kind of way. Have a little bit of a drawing. I love seeing that you actually get to see her do it. A lot of people fell in love with Ellie over the first game, and this game kind of fell out of love with her because she continued to make the wrong decisions. And to me, if anything, it just made her more human. She absolutely makes the wrong decisions against her better judgment, against the judgment she learned from Joel, against everything. But you have to understand she's fueled
to do this route with?
by something
Jesse.
very powerful. Not just vengeance, but survivor's guilt
Eugene.
and
Man, he was
just
funny.
honestly just guilt as it was, you know. Things left unsaid. Trauma is a powerful, powerful thing, unfortunately. We'll never quite understand it. Just like we'll never understand the brain. Sorry. Dina first. Dina first.
May we all be that sharp at 73.
Right?
May we all make it to 73.
Exactly. You'd be lucky. Don't care how people understand. Doesn't matter what other people do. Yeah, exactly. I think social media has ruined that, you see. Because it's in our face now. And algorithms push, push, push. That's all they want to do is push content. So people start to get up in arms. And you know, if you click on something or talk about something, the phone ads, everything is just automatically adjusted and sent to you. You know, you're like, is it listening to me? You're like, it is and it isn't. It kind of is, but you don't realize you might have accidentally searched for it once, and that's all it takes. The algorithm takes over. And it's a wrong way of doing things. Like, I remember when I was a kid and I played Metal Gear Solid 2, and it was way ahead of its time. They talked about AI and misinformation going to be used in the future. You know, and that game came out in 2001, right? And it became very prophetic.
Hey, do you have any on you?
Figured it all out. So that's what they do now. That's what's going on now.
Always had some on him.
Alright, let's get them scraps going. Yeah, so the gameplay for this, like, it's not something that's going to break your brain or change anything, you know? It's just good old third-person shooter with really good tactics and kind of a little bit of scrap and salvage and crafting. That's about it, you know? It's not even that far. Was there something special you were supposed to? Maybe not, I can't remember. I remember there used to be pieces you'd look at it and be like, ooh, you can talk a bit more about that. But yeah, it's not a stone's throw away from Uncharted, honestly. But people like it because it's so aggressive. The AI is pretty good. I'll give them that. But I definitely think people kind of play it more for the story. Nice. Nice. How do you feel about the whole Switch 2 stuff? Is it just kind of... Every day seems to be more bad news for it, right? Now it's like... tariffs and price increases and pre-order scalpers and yeah. So this is their little logbook to say that, make sure that they're doing their patrols. All clear. 2 clickers by the gas station. See that? Nice. Saw footprints. All clear. Yeah. You'd be surprised there's that many left. Dead goat. Yeah, you see. I'd be even surprised there'd be some animals left, honestly. So they have to feed too, you know?
Come here.
I know I don't need the light on, but I'm always like super observant of how light or dark a game is now, because it looks different on stream than it does for me. It sucks. I was looking back at Kingdom Come Deliverance, I'm like, no, it was so dark.
Take a look.
It's hard to get that right. How do you feel about that, Kisa? You got a lovely setup. You find like audio always seems the great battle, doesn't it? You're like, oh, did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? It's like, right now I messing around and streaming to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Not using Restream because it crashes a lot. There's a separate way where you can do kind of plugins and insert the ingest into OBS.
Some good sledding tomorrow.
Interesting, really cool. I tried to do it with Kick as well, but it kept just restarting every 4 minutes.
This one on Tommy and Joel's route.
Oh, Tommy and Joel's route. We'll see that in a few minutes. Now, Kick, I know, has its problems. There's no doubt about that. But the interesting thing about Kick, its uniqueness, is that it has the power to change Twitch. I know that sounds goofy. It's like how I felt about Mixer at the time. Mixer was probably the best of all the worlds, but unfortunately, Microsoft didn't feel like having something that wasn't bringing in returns. Like we've known for at least 3 or 4 years now that Twitch doesn't make any money, even though there's a mountain of subs coming in. Clearly, whatever they're up to, they're parking their money somewhere else, and it's not going back into the website, that's for sure. I know things like Twitch cons, they probably cost anywhere between 5 and 10 million, I'd say, even just for renting the place out. It's not cheap, but it's, you know, once or twice a year. They make that money off the likes of Hasanabi and Kai Sana alone, just because they're getting 50% or 30% of all of their subs. It's insane.
Let's get back to the horses.
It's millions every month. So I don't know what's going on there. But I don't see Amazon ever getting rid of Twitch. I'd see them selling it. But they're using the back end of Twitch for other stuff. It's called AWS, Amazon Web Services. So the idea of Twitch's back end, the live streaming, the website hosting, they've actually used that for other things. I know it sounds kind of scummy, but unfortunately that's how business works. Some companies are bought for
We're here to kill infected,
their parts, not for the whole lot of them.
Still look nice.
And YouTube has good visuals and bit rates and resolutions, but their streaming will always feel like this weird sore thumb different part of the website. You can't even find live streams unless you search specifically for them. It's like, huh? They were the same. It's because of this Google and YouTube gaming at the time, which was a disaster. I know it still remains to be seen, even now, that YouTube's the place for videos, Twitch is the place for streams, Kick is where both of those go to die, and Rumble is where, if you're a psychopath, you go. The last bastion. Dude, I think FBI should just put everybody on Rumble on a checklist and be done with it. I'm sorry, just be done with it. Free speech, my ass. Why is it always free speech when they're talking hate speech? You know? Wait, why'd she get off the horse? She's like, I ain't doing this. Nice. Sorry, Shimmer. Sorry about it. I love the way she did the little leg over. There's a lot of great animations in this. Nice.
I think we should go out like Eugene.
Yeah, she's human, exactly. Important we know bad, the good sides of us. Yes. Impressive tech, good upgrades. Seeing third-party involvement in the launch is awesome. And since I have a Steam Deck, Switch 2 isn't really for me. Okay, yeah, there you go. You've got a Steam Deck. Are you able to stream from that or anything? How do you feel about that one? I have been sort of interested. I did just get a new rig, hence why I'm fucking streaming on multiple places now. I couldn't do it with the old rig. But yeah, it's been nice. Just I never ever had a PC that I could just start up any game, not mess with the graphics and lower everything, you know. That's kind of nice. Look at the ice breaking underneath the horse, so pretty. The best horse controls in a game, and you wouldn't believe it, is actually Elden Ring. You have this goat horse thing, but you're able to gallop and jump off it and double jump. It sounds goofy and a bit unrealistic, but it's like a mountain goat. Controls and the feel of it is just one-to-one. Every other game, the horse feels too heavy, doesn't listen to you, you fall off it a lot. Red Dead Redemption 2's horse is great, but yeah, you're falling off that thing a lot. It kind of gets goofy. Nice. Let's go have a look around. I'm just kind of taking her handy. I don't know how much. I think over here in Ireland we only get the first episode today.
What do you know about this place?
So we'll have to see.
Just another evacuated neighborhood.
No, that's understandable. There's no point getting multiple things if you have one that's doing everything. And like, not that I'm for it or anything, but you know, there's always good old emulators and stuff that if you really wanted to. If the PS5 has taught me anything, it is There is no point buying a console for one game anymore. It's been a bad generation for PS5. Nobody can deny that. And if they are, they probably have hang-ups or, you know, a weird love affair with Sony for no reason. It's there's no doubt about it. They've messed it up.
We used to watch these
We've had less than 5 exclusive games since it came out. Now they're already talking about,
I actually really like
you know,
them too.
PS5 Pros and PS6s. And
What are you doing later?
Some people were talking about sneaking out. Going slow.
she's already trying to get a cheeky date. Nice. That's a lovely door you got there.
Yeah. You want to meet up after?
Oh.
Okay.
She kind of does want to meet up,
Maybe
dear
I'll
Santa. Oh.
play guitar for you.
Okay.
She knows Jesse won't be happy with that.
What's Curtis and Viper 2 about?
Okay, so 2 former commandos that go rogue to fight bad guys.
Ellie
And I
likes her
think in
comics.
This one, they go up against Russian spies or something.
I'm more interested in this than I thought I would be.
Or something.
Alright, so the young one, Viper, he's a trained ninja. And he's a
Hey, how's it going, DPG?
badass.
Hello, welcome on in. How you doing? Could, but I don't think Twitch is really going to get a competitor. Yeah, innovates. See, that's what Mixer was trying to do. Mixer was kind of the innovator for getting people involved and a little bit of interaction in the stream. But it's unfortunate. It used to be called. I think it was called. What the hell was it called? Was it called Blix or Bliss or Blender or Blend? It's one of those things.
Has to be.
Then it became Mixer.
How do you know? I mean,
Miss out on Nintendo exclusives. Yeah, you plenty of games. But like, what Nintendo exclusive is like jumping at? Not really any, right? Mario Kart World, absolutely, but
Wait,
it'd
hold
be
up.
definitely grand with a normal
There are
Mario Kart.
original Ellie songs?
And some are saying even the new
Why haven't you
Sonic
played any
does
for
a
me?
few things better.
Well,
Sonic Transforms.
Come on. Will you play
And
one for me?
the new Donkey Kong game, that looks cool, being made by
think about it.
the actual Mario team, but it means Donkey Kong, you know. That's not coming out till July, so you've plenty of time. And Metroid Prime 4, that'll be on the Switch, so you could get by with that. It's up to yourself, really, you know. It's very expensive. I think it's only going to get more and more expensive because the PS5 has gone up here. It's gone up by 50. So if you remember, every other generation of console, almost within a year or two of them being out, they're already dropping the price. They've multiple tie-ins, free controllers, that sort of thing, more games to come with it. That's just not happening. That's not happening this generation. It's been a disaster. So like, I know a lot of people who didn't get a PS5 yet, and they're like, I've told them to wait.
Oh, yeah.
I've been honest. It's like there's literally no point. But I get it. I understand. Like one of them, they just want to play Demon Souls remake. I'm like, you're gonna get, you know, just pay that much for it. Now some people paid $1,500 for a PS5 at the start, which is just goofy. Anywhere else to check out here before we go? I don't think so. That's it. Let's get back on our horses. We got the 2 houses, camper van. That's it, right? If I missed something, sue me. So sue me. Yeah, that Steam Deck will serve you very well. Like, they're probably going to do a Steam Deck 2, but I'd say that wouldn't be till like the end of 2026, 2027. They're in no rush. Valve go with the beat of their own drum. But yeah, can you stream from it? Like, I'd heard people talking about a dock you can buy and other things. I always wondered about that. Maybe the Metroid. Yeah, never played this series. But see, there you go. If you have a normal Switch or a Switch Lite, they did remaster Prime 1. It is a great series. Like, it's basically Nintendo's Halo in my opinion. That seems a bit extreme, but I really like it. And some days I even like it a little bit more than Halo, because of the cool puzzles and the morph ball and that. Oh Lord Jesus. Someone's been hungry. So yeah, it might seem a little bit too on the nose to play this with the show coming out, but fuck it. It just brings up conversation. That's what I'm all about. I love a good chat, especially about games and stuff. Hell yeah.
What do you think it would take to bring down a moose?
A moose. About the hoose. Miss Mario Party. Right, yeah. I never really connected with Mario Party as much. And honestly, we have some really nice Mario Party, you know, inspired games, right? You ever play Pummel Party? There's a few new ones coming out too. I'm like, oh, that sounds like a Mario Party ripoff. or you know, inspired by. Sorry, I'm just pressing all the buttons. I got a knife. That's not a knife.
Shit. I hear some inside.
Let's go introduce ourselves.
Dina, this way.
I fear these more than the clickers. Oh, oh, what they call them? I'm pressing every wrong button. Jesus. Trying to remember which ones would it be able to see the light? The light. The crafting system in these games used to be really interesting and cool. So you could make these shivs, you know, these little improvised knives, and it would allow you to stealth kill, but they would break immediately because they were just made out of sharp objects and toothbrushes and the usual stuff. Prison shiv. Look at that. Must be a piece of the mouche about the hoosh. So yeah, what would happen was you could, like, they would break, and then you could not use them on other things, and you can see it here, and you could use them to open doors. So they created this awesome system where it's like, do you use the shiv to get a stealth kill and stay alive, or do you use the shiv to open a door and possibly get some cool things? And just little things like that are tiny little breadcrumbs of genius that I love. I wish more games would do it. Some of my favorite things was like playing Dead Space on hardcore, where you had 3 saves for the entire game. So you have to ask yourself, and it was obviously hard as it was, ask yourself, am I going to save here after 3 hours? Am I going to hold out to the very last second and then I'll be able to save later? It's things like that. I like that. A lot of roguelikes, that's just their MO, right? But roguelikes are changing, and for the better. You know, we have the Hades and the Dead Cells and all that. Now we're seeing, like as you said, blueprints. No, boom. That's right, bitch. Blueprints is really cool. I don't think I've ever seen a puzzle game be roguelike.
Yeah.
See a lot of card games be roguelike as well. Slay the Spire.
Thanks.
Anything that has you reset your run, basically.
The way we came in was barricaded.
Yeah, I play this and I always get to around the Abbey part. And I'm like, peace.
Yeah. It's a good question.
We'll play it along with the show and see how it goes. Humble Party's great. Yeah, there you go. See, you can stream from Steam Deck, even if dock's just not as powerful. Okay, there you go. Yeah, you've got a good laptop. Nice, nice. I was Mr. Laptop for most of my life. I didn't actually own a PC. I just loved the idea of being able to bring it from room to room and place to place.
Personal record today.
I did most of YouTube at the time from a laptop. Really good, classic Toshiba satellite, you know. And then I got a Lenovo for a while too. They're very good. So yeah, I love a good laptop.
Dina, this way.
Then I noticed how bloody expensive they got if you wanted power, if you wanted gaming. Not to mention a bit of a rough old battery and the overheating. So I think they're probably much better now. But yeah, didn't like me streaming for too long on them, that's for sure. Started to give out to me. Especially if you're like working or doing coursework or college or whatever. But it's mad to see how while we went from like handhelds being dead, with handheld markets being dead, to like, oh, did I press the right button? What's up? Is she gonna get him? Let's turn around. There you go, go on, girl. Nice. I had this running joke when I was playing the first game where I fell in love with Brick. Brick! She always had these little objects, and she already picked it up and threw it, did she? Where's Brick gone? It's Brick, but it says we're full. We're full of Brick. Alright. I love you, Brick. Let's go get Brick. I love you, Brick. Oh. You like what made that noise? I'm telling Mom. Get him, Brick. Sounds anxiety inducing. Compulsive saver. Bloody hell, boy. Yeah, same, like, in RPGs, I don't know if it's the RPG that's done it, or if it's my brain that's done it, but I will hoard. I'm not a hoarder in real life, like Scout's Honor, but in RPGs, I will get to the final boss, and I will have potions, full heals, resurrects, revives, whatever you want to call them, and I would not use them. I'd be saving them, and then you'd be half dead in the middle of a tough super boss and still not use them, because I could possibly need that potion never. What if I don't have it when I never need it? Yeah. I would do that all the time. It's crazy. Still do it. It's wild. So yeah, with this one, but I mean, once you get to a point, you can kind of level up, and the ships won't break as easy. It's kind of cool. Hello. Yes, it's awesome. These are all on PC now. Most of PlayStation's bangers are on PC, so trust me, you don't need a PS5. Even if you're missing a few Demon Souls or Returnal, I can't remember if Returnal's on PC. It probably is. Or whichever, you know, Spider-Man or whatever. It's fine. Like it's that point. Sony are slowly going to learn that lesson too, the way Xbox are learning it, which is no exclusives, no buy. But I don't think they care. There's that much money to be made on PC. I don't think they care. I don't blame them. At the end of the day, all they want to see is the bottom line and number of units sold. And now you have things like From Software doing that cheeky exclusive for the Switch 2. But I don't know if people are that hyped. It's all multiplayer and stuff. It felt like a, I hate to say it, but a little bit of a handout.
There's a hole in the roof over there.
A little bit of a handout for a Switch. It's like, yeah, we'll give you exclusive, but it's an experimental multiplayer game that, you know, it ain't Bloodborne 2. Anyway, when I think of Switch, I don't think of like Cyberpunk and Witcher 3 and Dirtiness and Doom and From Software Challenge, you know. But they're trying to kind of change that a little bit. They're trying to buck the trend of them being just known for family friendly. Sorry, I play like freaking 6 games at once, so I'll always get the buttons wrong. I'm still in Assassin's Creed mode. Hello, sir, please. Oh, I know your coupon is... Oh, dear. And his coupon's expired, and he's very angry. The male Karen, in the flesh. Cool, a good Monday. How's it going, Barney? Yes, it is. Hell yes. Here's to a new week. Some new games.
Not because you get infected. I
really
don't want to have to shoot you in the face.
See, she doesn't know that she can't get infected.
Deal.
Got a little bit of blood there. Let's go. Yes. Every week I go by, I see, thanks to like the sort of lax on the ban of computer games in China and a lot of, you know, Eastern countries, so we're seeing this massive influx. We always had Japan, and thank God for it, right? But now we're seeing Korea, we're seeing China, we're seeing all these great places, India, all of them creating games. And you know what, like, they might not be for you, but oh, they're really cool. Check them out. Now right now, mainly an influx of Souls-likes and gacha games, but they're not all that bad. If you were to play only one gacha game and say like, is this even worth the money, a free-to-play game, I would recommend Genshin Impact. I always say this, but it's like open world Breath of the Wild style with anime hack and slash fighting, and you never have to spend a penny on it. I mean that. Like, I put like 300 hours into it and never put a penny into it. You don't have to. It's just if you want characters and stuff. But then again, everybody finds their anime waifu, and it's just hard not to pull out the old Velcro wallet then now, is it? But there's hundreds out there, you know, Wuthering Waves, and even those guys themselves. They are a good team, MiHoYo, because they put every ounce of that money back into games. They have like 4 games on the go. They didn't put it into weird investments and military contracts and things like that. You're like, what do you mean? Video game company got to do with military contracts? Yes. Yes, there is. It's a real goddamn thing. No. Look at that. Desperation trying to find incident. Can you imagine having a chronic illness in the end of the world? Jesus. It was bad enough during the pandemic and that, you know. They're fighting over toilet paper. Imagine what they do for insulin. Yeah, it's still a gorgeous game. This is the remaster. Just thought it'd be kind of a nice time to play it. I played it when it first came out too, the remaster, and then I was like, okay. Dropped it then. We'll see. I'd like to play this along in conjunction with the show, just to So you're like, okay, and then it's as fresh as anything then. What we doing, missus? Where are you taking me? I think we have to get up on the roof. I think I might need her help, is that it? Or is there somewhere else? Get up on the roof. You know me, I'd be chatting away and I forget. But yeah, there's a couple of good indies and games coming up. We'll see what we can do. No, that's not good enough. I think we might need it.
Fuck. I know I can make that.
You can make it. I know that I can make it. So we've just gone from Joel to Ellie to Abby.
This way.
Back to Ellie. Yep. Confused yet? Confused.com. Confusethemarket.com. Here at Compare the Meerkat, we're confusing the meerkats. Look at the big meerkat while we screw you over. Alright, let's see. So how do we do this again? Was it? Yeah, okay. We don't have anything. No heals for you. Playing on a little bit tougher difficulties, so you're going to get a lot less bullets, a lot less healed.
I'm in.
You don't feel it. She's right there. You don't need to shout. God. So yeah, we'll see if we can get some new games in this week as well. We are, even though we finished off 2 games, thank you Jesus,
Hey.
we are in the middle of Atomfall. Well, barely even started.
Rags.
Nice.
Here. Fix yourself up.
Which is kind of a British Fallout. And then we're almost finished First Berserker Kazan. How long it takes you to craft, that's something that you'll be able to fix later. That's been really good too. Alright. The other side of the first game, I think, was the mystery of it all, you know, the mystery of the Fireflies, the mystery of the clickers.
Got it.
Alright, mask on, even though we know she's immune, but she has to keep up the lie. Other people can't know that she's immune. You don't know who you're bumping into. So as much as she is given out to Joe. What's that noise when you go between them? Survival book or something, isn't it? It's a weird noise. She has to keep up the lie. So you go, listening mode, speed, faster health kits, increase maximum health, listening mode, endure. Otherwise lethal damage will instead leave you at low health. And over here, craft melee upgrades, you know, very good. Faster crafting, skill locked, improved health kits. So yeah, it's a tough one. And then you get more later on as well. You have to ask yourself, which one do you want? Health is a nice boost. If you're very, very good at searching around places, you will have enough for most of the skill trees. But not everything. Supplements is a weird one. They show up in the game as in pill form. It's kind of like I suppose a food supplement or something. I don't know.
I don't want to have to shoot you in the face.
It's weird.
That's so sweet.
Ain't that sweet? How about you guys? There we go. So now you get to see the spores.
All these spores mean they've been here for a
Yeah.
while.
You see the
Keep your eyes peeled
cordyceps
for older infected.
in action. This kind of stuff is unfortunately
Is this part of the supermarket?
caused by
I don't know.
blood matter and brain matter and flesh. So whenever you see that kind of
Let's
stuff,
get
it's
to the
not just
ground floor.
mushrooms growing. It usually has to be caused by some nasty blood or something. You can see how it works. It's fungus. It's airborne. Good job on it. There was a great piece in the movie Annihilation like that as well, where the same thing had happened, but his body had basically exploded outwards from his brain. It looked like the spine of a tree or something, branches of a tree. It's a beautiful art piece. Whoever made it was all like practical effects. It's like, you know, you gotta be not squeamish and obviously not afraid of a bit of body shock horror. Employee of the month. These are all like probably nods to people. People love looking at the small details. Look at this. Best boy. He was the employee of the month. There's a couple of things in these games that kind of are dumb, but I suppose they make sense. Sometimes your flashlight will go out and they want you to tap the controller. So I go, okay. Oh, okay, you know. Nice. Alright. So we need to get the safe code. Remember, I always miss these, don't I? You guys ever played these ones? Is it something you care about? Is it kind of left over that maybe you'd wait to get a PlayStation or PC for? I don't know. You let me know. Yeah, there's a couple new Souls likes out this month. as well. I'll see. Yo, Kirsten left the real shit in the safe for you. Combos to date. My good boy got employee of the month. Don't fucking sell those or give them away. Yes. My good boy got employee of the month. Ain't that sweet? Look at him over there. He used the same picture for his employee of the month picture. That's pretty messed up, isn't it? Like, what if he doesn't like that angle? What if he prefers the left angle than the right angle? Jesus Christ. Right, what was it? Remember we figured this out. It was like July something, wasn't it? July 2013. Don't know if that's enough, is it? 2013. Everything was normal. No? I think if you go look up as well, like, this is how kind of interesting it can be. The song that Joel is singing in Pearl Jam, Our Future Days, I'm nearly sure that it came out like a couple of months, I keep almost stabbing her, before the end of everything here. It's just little things like that, so it would have really been like one of the last songs that Joel had heard till everything went pitched up. I think if I remember, can't you break some of these? Yeah, get that food into you, girl. Now, a lot of them are just snacks, so you just kind of find them and eat them there on the spot. Why she can't shove a granola bar into her back pocket? I don't know. Ask Ellie. I don't know why. I'd do that. You couldn't stop me. Alright, here we go. Oh damn. See ya! There we go, our first clicker. Look at that. In the flesh. Full titty on display. OnlyFans clicker. The final evolution of the cordyceps. Full on. Almost mushroom coral in their face. They can't see anymore. I honestly can't really hear either.
Here we go. Keep it extra quiet.
So what they have to do is they click. That's why they're called clickers, and they use that as echolocation. Kind of like how a bat does it. Pretty cool, isn't it? I think if you do this, you can hear them clicking sometimes, can't you? Don't you? It's a stealth kill. Don't you need a shiv to kill them now? Was that the old way? Well, yeah, they're extremely hard to kill because of all their hardened bodies and heads. So you end up like putting like 3 into their head and it just peels back the hardened mushrooms and stuff. Cold and flu medicine. I think for the most part you can walk up, kill them. I probably don't need to go this slow. Dina, don't push. Yeah, because they technically can't see you. They are extremely sensitive. I just went as slow as I possibly could there. Pretty cool enemy. Don't think they ever reach the height of
Let's make sure the rest of the building's cleared out.
the first game, the way they built up scenarios.
Speaking my language.
I kind of forget. If there's anything in the ATM. Oh damn, my card got rejected. Clickers usually lead to a one-hit kill, no matter what difficulty you're on. If they get you, they get you. Look at all the spores on the camera, I love things like that. I'm not a graphics whore, never will be. In fact, most times I love a good cartoony graphic more than
Ellie,
anything.
found the door.
But
Help me out.
when it is
From
done
the
right,
knees.
it can be impressive. From your knees, don't lift with your back. I want to slip this in your pocket lips. Pocket lips. Careful.
I'll make you a present. I'll take a present.
I wouldn't trust eating these pills sitting here in the spores. Wouldn't trust the gas mask either. You wanna give me a present? Nice. I assume they'd have to keep the supplements the same amount, right? Am I crazy for thinking that? You need the same, like they say you get way less bullets and stuff in these more difficult modes, but I assume the supplements would have to be the same. Oh, el boleto.
Thanks.
Where would we be without them? Honestly, a waste of alcohol, but that's just me. Probably gasoline. She's a pro. We're up to 75. I think more health or improved health kits. Ah, fuck it. Let's do it. I need that help. We're on that higher difficulty. Save for other stuff.
We got some numbers here. What do you think?
Kill as many as we can now. Did she kill one? See, remember we do like a double. She kills some, I kill some. That sure went out the window pretty fast, didn't it? Alright. Clicker, we got a few back there. See if we can get rid of that clicker. Oh. I think you already heard that. And Dina is kicking things around. So the beauty here with the mix with the runners and the clickers is the clickers can't see but can hear you, or the runners can see and hear you. And once they all kick off, the noise and everything. Oh, so once you hear that noise, it means someone can almost see you. Yeah. So apparently, either they saw me or they saw Dina. I don't know. The issue is the clicker. Good girl. That it? Alright, cool. I don't know what happened there.
Nope.
Mask off. Fuck it, mask off. I do think that he saw Dina there. Anybody?
Man, the guy's
No?
not gonna believe our
We'll just
numbers.
blame Dina. Shh, don't tell nobody. You guys need Mother's Day cards or anything?
Let's go to the next lookout and take a fucking break.
Take a fucking break.
Agreed.
Take a fucking... Whatcha? No glass or fridge shall survive against me. Hey, she took down the clicker. I was planning on smacking it. I didn't want to let go of Brick. I can't help it. I missed you, Brick. I love you, Brick. Sorry, I can't quit you, Brick. Me and Brick have been through it. Now, Ellie, pass on. Brick gets around. There's many holes. Poor old Brick. You see, Brick and Joel had a sordid love affair. Sordid. Some say it was unconstitutional. Some say it was depraved. Some say it was a match made in heaven. You know, people can put up with crazy vampire or werewolf and girl who can't stop touching her hair. Then why not Man and a Brick? My Strange Addiction. Ireland edition. So then we went through a divorce because Brick is a bit of a hussy. And Brick has been with everybody. And Joel didn't know this. Tess had a piece. Everybody had a piece. Some say he can't even look at a Molotov cocktail the same way again. Because of Brick. Brick! I love my Brick. I was bricked up looking at Brick, I was. And then they became friends after the divorce. It took many years, didn't it? Why is there a squeeze through there when you don't need a squeeze through? There's another Brick, but that's not like my Brick. That's just Brick. Brick's extended family. Shit, we're inside of one of the extended families right now. Alright, onwards, Brick. So yeah, things got kind of weird, but they became friends, you know? They had tiny little pieces of dement children everywhere.
Okay.
Tiny
here's what we're
bricks.
gonna do. You're just
And those
gonna
bricks grew up.
hurl me up through
And
that
now
wall.
Ellie is falling in love with one of them. Isn't it cute? Move out the way, bitch. Nice. Yeah, they're so obsessed with the rope physics in this game.
Here we go.
I love brick. I love rope. Hey, how's it going, Dynamite? Oh, for fuck's sake. I know, I'm sorry. You guys and your loved ones have had to hear about my sordid affair with brick. I'm sorry. Fuck yeah. As you can see from the piss stain and the disdain from Dynamite there, he's had quite enough of it. In fairness, Dynamite has had to come to the rescue and taken many 4 a.m. calls of me crying on the phone about what Brick did today. And he's sick. He's sick of Brick. He's bric-a-brac. I don't blame you. But we all know that there was that weird time in Tijuana with you and Brick that you won't tell me the truth. So it's left an awkwardness between. Were you with Brick? Tell the truth. Brick has 6 holes, but it doesn't mean she needs 6 partners, you know? That's how I feel about OnlyFans models as well. And also that weird British chick who's like, I've had 1,000 penises inside me. I'm like, lady, you need help. And someone needs to cover up your vagina so it never does harm again. Nice. Vagina monster. Alright, off we go. Whee! Let's get through this place. Look at the snow building up on our backpack. Look at the snow building up on Brick. Like, you just can't get that kind of brick physics, brick technology. Brick is back! Okay, that's enough. I promise I won't mention that person again. See, there you go. See? I thought I was going to break my rule again. Have you seen any faster finger wagon than that? I'm telling you, it's so fast, not even my camera can keep up it. You'd need 180 frames a second just to see the speed. That's why all the ladies love Cool Cyber. Finger wagon, good time. Alright, she put her hoodie up. Let's go. And then she just immediately loses Dina. Look at this. Boom. Dina flies off at 67 miles an hour. And no matter how much I press the button. No, Dina's gone. You've lost her. Ellie, I blame you. You had to be canoodling with Brick in the corner. Made us all jealous. I mean, weirded out. Right? Yeah. Brick is back! Oh shit, I mentioned Brick again. Oh, I'm sorry. I got so far. About 3.5 minutes without mentioning Brick. But it doesn't really matter. Because now I'm singing about Brick. Brick is the trick on your dick. Hell yes. Get a brick for your dick immediately. Hell yes, people. Dial this number now. Put down your flashlight. Put away the butt plug. It's time to get yourself a brick. Yes? How? I heard you got lost, Dina. I don't get lost. I get bricked. It's very cold out. Yeah. Bricked up from sundown to sun up. Bricked up. Okay, let's get inside. Get inside and make sweet love. I'm not just being cyber. We really are going to do that. Oh, here we go. Excuse me, low bridge coming through. Okay, we need to make sure everyone's okay. Brick okay? Yes. I even had an AI pretend to be me towards the end of those calls. I was sick of hearing about you. Was that what that was? You said you had a bad connection. But it was just AI, was it? AI. Yes. Brick will always love you. Are you telling me you had AI sing Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You? That was AI? Wow, I didn't know. That must have been ChatGPT 0.3 or something. 3.0. Brick? I'm thinking of Brick GPT. Are you down for it? Yeah, yes. Just sits there for 4 hours never answering, because bricks can't talk, you fucking moron. Except my brick. My brick talks to me, cuddles me late at night. It hurts. My body's covered 97% with scars. Because bricks are rough and tiny pieces of concrete. Concrete! But you guys will never know a love like Brick and I. Disney live action. The Brick and I. Who needs the King and I?
Doesn't feel like anyone's been here in a while.
Okay, shut up about the brick. Okay, sorry, son. Here we go again. Watch this. Now, you can't get through this door. It's impossible. It is impossible. The key is actually out in the snow. And you need to go back out into the snow for 15 minutes to find that key. I swear to God. Or, you could just go... Nice. And that's basically how you do that. Well done.
What's going on here?
Brick taught me that while she was flying through the air. She didn't survive the fall though. It was terrible. And Brick was a paraplegic. She's a paraplegic. And I had Brick in a tiny wheelchair. Okay, that's just wrong.
This has
Just
to be
stop it.
Eugene's.
Stop it. It's gone. I've gone too far again. Eugene Linden, 314.
Definitely Eugene's place.
Yeah, remember that number.
He was a Firefly?
Yeah, remember the Fireflies where they did nothing and barely in the first game and were just evil? And everybody got this tattoo because they don't know how to fucking listen to a story. I got a tattoo of a resistant group that tried to kill Joel and Ellie.
Real dark shit.
I'm a real fan. Nice.
Like what?
I got a tattoo of
said he blew up a
Bloodborne's
checkpoint
Hunter when
with
it's about like
Denver
demons trying to impregnate humans.
Soldiers,
Because I'm a real
2
fan.
civilians.
You could have picked any other symbol from the game. You could have got a portrait of
He
Ellie.
also told me
You
that
could have got a
he and
deeply
Tommy
shaded,
slow
beautiful
tortured some
picture.
big Fedra
A
general.
brick.
I don't know. I don't buy Tommy.
Is it me or is the spores in here all over the camera,
Make it
but
do
we're not wearing our
worse.
masks? I don't know.
He and Joel did a lot to survive after the outbreak.
Yeah. Brick. Nice. Why have they always got a bite mark on them? Must be some of them Pokemon card collectors. That's definitely Lex Luthor. Mr. Luthor. I always hated that part and pronounced it in that movie. Luthor. Apparently that's what the way they wanted it from the comics. One guy's accent ruins an entire thing. Oh, look at that. It's giraffe. And it brings her back to a time where she was in that zoo and she petted a giraffe. Now that giraffe has turned into a zombie giraffe and he's eating the other giraffes and he's just shit bricks. Oh, shit bricks. There we get to find out Eugene kind of wanted to live on his own, but he's a bit of a perv. Bit of a perv. It's a little recluse. Aren't we all a bit of a perv? It's okay to be a bit of a perv. Alright. Begging you to come home. The Fireflies want to save the world. They do. They want to save that world by killing the rest of them.
Fireflies.
God damn it. So tell me about this AI. How convincing is it? Can I get off to it? Yeah, you paid extra for that? I bet you did. I bet you did. With real voice and real hair physics.
Heaters. There's gotta be
I can't be the only one who
around here somewhere.
was using those AI girlfriend things and be like, hello! I hate... How did the AI girlfriend cheat on me? That's fucked up. No, I never actually used it, but I watched a lot of streams and I'm like, that's scary. Look at this, we got the Jack and Jack collection, we got a full PS3, full backwards compatibility. Frankly, it has less dust than most people's PS3 nowadays, let's be honest. Oh, no, people are actually using their PS3s now. We got Uncharted 2, and then just underneath it, I can barely make it out, but it looks like Uncharted 1 Drake's Fortune because of the green. Is that kind of weird that I know that? Probably. Don't look at me like that. Every day, you're so wonderful. There's clickers here. And Brick's got some gear. Nice. And that is what got me into Brick in the first place, unfortunately. Brick is a drug
on the
addict.
generator.
What's the gear like, Brick? I see my heart from here. It's called Shimmer and Sparkle. She's a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Can we get a post-apocalyptic Barbie movie? I'll be down for it. Alright, this is my favourite part of the game. Fucking up the generators. You'll never mow grass in your life. You think we'd ever get a circle
Passive
Xbox controller?
workbench, Eugene.
A circle one, like a circle shape?
Bet you could mod your gun when it's scary.
I don't know, we've got like the Duke maybe, it'll come back, maybe. Ooh, the circle. Might get a new Xbox. Alright. Which one do you guys upgrade? Look at this, they love this stuff. Recoil. Crafted extended mag. I love it. Ugh. Headshots for the win. Well, apparently I already have that, do I? How? A pre-order bonus or something? I think so. Did something about I didn't know pre-order no goddamn bonus. No, we don't get more than order. I don't know what that's about. You guys pre-order something for me? We don't have enough for extended mag or damage. Gotta get that damage. Nice. She's so good turning off the light. I wouldn't. I'd be like, you pay that electricity bill.
Oh,
I reckon if the world ended, that things like gas, natural gas only has a certain time limit, and yeah, electricity then would get fucked. Now they're using, as you saw by it,
Look at the floor.
a hydro
There's more stuff
power
down there.
electricity with a dam, you know.
You see a way down?
Fortunately, that would be the only one that would work.
Not here.
Because nature always wins. Nature finds a way. We gotta get in there. We just jump. Come on. Everybody jump. Jump. We gotta get into Eugene's secret stash. My, what a stash it is. Eugene's been a beer's boy. Anything else over here? I could understand the reclusiveness. Honestly, even after COVID, I think we all felt it. What's the matter, you? Here we go. The light gave you away, Eugene.
Come on.
Oh, I just pressed about 16 buttons on my keyboard. What's this self-destruct? This computer's the self-destruct button? Nice. Just chuck brick into the snow and be done with it. I can't quit you. It's like Brokeback Mountain. Except it's Brokeback Brick. That could have went very wrong. Broke brick back brick. Guess who's brick? Guess who's back? Broke Brick Mountain. That's fucking hard to say. Brick broke mountain. Brick back mountain. Shut up! Oh, look at this. He's got a massive goddamn weed factory.
It's weed.
It is weed.
That's a lot of dead weed.
Now, let's be honest. You'd be smelling that from outside.
A lot.
Dead weed is still weed. Is that a weed? I'm gonna call 911. Hello, what's your emergency? I found Brick's Weed Emporium. Create a headshot. Alright, now we got weed.
Hey.
We got some.
He's got that
Bowler.
videotape thing.
Huh.
Brick edges are too pointy. Needs a sanding. That's true, but I like the edges, you know? Just like in real life.
Please?
Yeah, it's dirty. The cooch.
Interesting taste, Eugene.
What's wrong with that? We have edges in real life as well, Barney, you know? Sometimes we're having a bad day and we cut people off. And some days, we're edgelords, you know? Nice. These two never had weed in their life. Not a
Maria
weed.
would lose her shit if she saw this place.
Why, though?
How'd he get this together?
She's such a straight-edge
Must
Peter
have taken him
Perfect.
forever.
Yeah. Weed would be the greatest thing. Look at the buds up there. Holy shit. Keep everyone happy. Put weed in the food, in the water, in the bricks. Nice. Dun-dun-dun, the ultimate bong gas mask. Not a bad little situation.
It's a gas mask bong.
Still think that this game doesn't deserve the Game of the Year. What? How's it going, Zelda? I agree. I think it is fundamentally broken in terms of story. I agree. That Game of the year was rigged, and I think it's actually shown how bad it is. You know, I also think so was a little bit of Astrobot. I know, everyone loves Astrobot. I loved it too, but it's a fucking Mario game nostalgia ripoff. You know, PS. If you take out all the PS
Does weed go bad?
nostalgia, it's a barely decent platform. You know, excuse me, trapped burp in there somewhere. So yeah, we know that Sony do get a little bit of special treatment when it comes to Jeff Keighley, and Xbox do kind of get fucked.
Oh, yeah, like you're gonna.
There's a couple. It Takes Two probably didn't deserve overall Game of the Year either. They're great games. They're all great games.
Okay.
Trust me, not hating.
Yeah.
Even this is a great game in some capacity. But yeah.
Fuck it.
Oh, how dare you!
What the
Two women can't
is
open
wrong
a
with you?
jar. Does that sound
Yeah,
like
no, I can do
stereotyping to you? Do you know how you open a jar? You smack the bottom of it like 3 times. The air pressure pushes up to the lid and opens it. Nice. Is that a weed?
Smells good.
You got 2 horny ladies with crazy hot chemistry and some weed. What could happen next?
Been we stuck
Nice.
here a while, right?
Somebody cue the fucking Pornhub music, you know? That's all I'm saying, Jesus.
Totally trapped.
Trapped, stuck in a blizzard. Hey, look, it'd be decent weed, even if it's dirty weed. Wait, what was that? You stupid.
I don't know, can you?
Yeah.
Scale of 1 to 10. 1 being
How you doing, Zelda?
absolute trash.
Excited for some Switch 2
And
stuff?
10 being
Everyone's going mad over.
Sorry.
If you know Arlo, he's kind of a Nintendo dude. He's a dude controlling the Muppet, a very cool Muppet. No, he's a real person. But he's been going flip-flopping between hating on the Switch 2 to loving it to hating it. You can tell where his bed is made,
We're
basically.
still talking about this.
He's like, I want to be angry about this, but I also need to
You said it
keep
was a
happy and
mistake.
keep Nintendo happy, so yeah.
Did I say that?
Now, ladies. I could cut the sexual tension
What are you doing?
with a brick. Because it's sharp.
I asked you to rate our kiss.
Yeah, I saw that kiss. It was like a two. It was like, it was a church peck, you know? You're trying to get married, but your family's there, so you don't want to fucking suck face. So, yeah, it was a two. It was a church peck. A 6? Nah.
6?
Jeez. If that's a 6, girl, you ain't never had a good
Like
makeout
a
session.
solid 6.
Okay.
There are
Yeah.
a lot of people around.
Yeah,
Oh, right. Yeah,
6.
yeah.
Oh,
It's true.
what?
Well, yeah.
I mean, now I really want to know how you'd rate it.
Well,
I don't think you do.
Ellie's only kissed like probably 3 people. So it's like an 11 out of 10. No.
You're infuriating.
So not to be presumptuous, but for the actresses to play out this scene in the show,
You make me want to go back.
how do you
inside.
guys feel about that stuff? Does the actors need to be gay? Do they need to be bi?
Don't want to stopping.
You know? The history of movies, representation of all kinds. Like, look at Snow White with CGI dwarfs instead of Lord of the Rings 20 years later doing proper dwarf stuff, you know? But you could also say the same, the hobbits themselves maybe shouldn't have been just actors superimposed. Oh damn, now that's a 6? It's a 7? Oh Jesus. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, of course, you know, the guys out there giving out about this kind of stuff are the same guys that are going straight to Pornhub and putting that into the search. You know what I mean? It's a very strange world we live in. What we do between the sheets seems to be different than how we play out our lives. You're freaking the sheets with a preacher in the streets, and it's a lot of bullshit. Happens to have that sound effect ready. I don't know what you're talking about. What's that? Who's that? Who's there? Huh? Spider-Man Gamer, thank you for subscribing over on the YouTubes, on the tubers. Hope you're doing well. Alright, and now back to Abby. That's right. Oh, I did it again. Whoops. Keep pressing that button. He heard me in the snow. Oh shit. There's supposed to be a sneaking section. Oh my god, there's so many. Run, Abby. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, did you see that slick skin? Oh shit. I'm quick with it. This way you just gotta run. Run for your life. Abby! You can't go that way. Nope. He's got everybody coming after. This is basically a representation of how people treated Laura Bailey in real life. Nice. Here's the angry Sony masses. Yay! The Sony ponies are out. They're very angry. That guy just put the disc out and cut it in 2. Oh, that guy just got a refund. That guy sent a death threat to Laura Bailey's son for no damn reason. Wham. Sony fans. Are they rabid? Are they justified? Do they smell like B.O.? All of these things are true. All of these things at once. I see you guys up there spawning, you silly bellies. So you can see Abby did not intend for this to go this way, but unfortunately, like things being kismet, there's also things that can happen. Bad luck. Abby jumping. Abby jumping. Oh geez. Nah. Go on, Abby. She's bum rushing and bum fucking. Wait, what? What's this? Leave me alone, please. I'm just an actress playing a part. I didn't write this shit. In she goes. I want to see how this plays out in the show so much. You've no idea. If they get this wrong, if they get it right. Honestly, we kind of do want them to get it wrong so they play a better part. My thoughts on this game is it would be actually 20 times better if all those flashbacks just played out in real time. Not my hat. That was my favourite hat. It was given to me at the Minecraft movie after somebody shit in it. When Chicken Jockey showed up on the screen. Come here, you. Nice. Almost dead. Saved by somebody. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Who saved her? Mr. Joel Miller. In that moment, she should have let bygones be bygones. But she did not. Old Abby's got things she needs a settling. Look at that, she's gonna squash it. How quick she forgets, huh? How quick you forget. I don't want to abide by this shit. So back to Abby. Hold on guys, I need snackies. I love new snacks. Oh, I want more snackies. Nice. Ew, that's vegan. I'm not eating that. That's vegan. Nice. Don't eat the vegans. Eat the rich.
We gotta live through this first. Watch them windows.
Alright. A fabled first meeting. Joel, Tommy, and Abby. You there! Please! I told you! We're out of the McDonald's Minecraft toys! Back the fuck up! You want Szechuan sauce with your order, sir? God damn it. They've gone crazy again. They need the purple grimace egg, and they need it now. Nice job, nice job. She's really giving that wall what for, isn't she? Excuse me, Cabatru. Alright, things are about to get awful squiffy around here. Boom! Holy moly! I didn't even see that. There's a lot of motherfuckers. Come on. Boom! Headshot, baby! Headshot, baby. Alright, what's next? We need to hurry. We need to hurry. Hold on. I'm hurrying. I'm not really doing that. Oh shit, look at this. Hell yes. I call this the back up on that pussy. Back up on that ass. Oh, sorry. What's going on here? We're fighting for our life. I knew that. Yes, sorry, girl. That's her name. Girl, you're awful presumptuous. What if that's not her pronouns? It could be her prenouns. I want prenouns. And then postnouns. I'm gonna start a new trend. I'm gonna start calling verbs. I want to be a verb. Whoosh, Venus and verb. Baya. Mamma mia. Oh Lord Jesus, there's the fire. I'm all out of bullets. Hold on, I'll be there with you in a second there, Bobby Boucher. Wait, what? Nice. And that was the end of the video game, and everyone lived happily ever after in Jackson, Mississippi. It was, I don't think it is Mississippi. I wish I had no ammo left. Wouldn't that have been fun? We're going to leave it there now. Game is still too long though, I'll tell you that one. Alright, I don't have anything to take out this clicker. I was just trying to swing away, Merle. Swing away. What am I doing wrong? Why won't she, come on. Why won't she use the melee weapon? Come on, I'm trying to get her to reload. You could do it. Let's come down here. Let's see what's down here. We got some bullets. Oh, there's one whole bullet down here. Gee. Hold on, Tommy and Diane over there. Come here. It's okay. It's alright. Sleepy snoozy snooze. What kind of ski lift is this? Oh Jesus, Joel. Look at the way Joel and Tommy handle themselves. They're so powerful and strong survivors, and they most certainly wouldn't let anybody just sneak up on them and cause devastating damage to themselves or anything. No. The way he pushed that guy and sniped him and then shot him. Most certainly wouldn't let that happen to them. Just seasoned, look at them, seasoned veterans. Let's see the way Joel takes a smack. What happened to the clicker? Hey, how you doing? Hey, pleased to meet you. We become best friends.
We can't stay here.
Sorry. Why did Brick break up with his girlfriend? With his girlfriend? He found her too hard to cement a relationship. Ba-dum-bum. Brick's a dude? Brick didn't tell me. Why has she got 6 holes? Brick is bilingual and bi-gender. I don't know. Gender fluid Bricks. Apparently. Yeah. I like where you're going with that one.
Hey, I'm Tommy. That's Joel.
Are we just going to be talking about Bricks forever?
Abby,
Uh-oh.
you okay?
No, look who she keeps looking at. Watch Abby closely. So good.
We gotta go back. We're gonna outrun them all the way.
I just think that this should have happened halfway through the game. That's just me.
Horses ain't making it all that way.
I don't mind how it goes down, but I
fenced in. We have the whole perimeter secured.
think it should have been a better build-up.
It's a ball place. Make it work.
All right, I'll get the door.
It would have been more impactful halfway through. doing it so close at the start, you end up with this situation where, look whose horse she picks. This situation where it's like a festering wound for the next 20 hours. With just trauma and vengeance and pain and naked clickers. I would. She's my hear me out. That clicker right there. I don't care if Brick hears. Brick's in the other room, but she's listening. She's got her ear with a glass against the wall. Oh, these two were just bumping uglies.
I found a
Aggressive
skateboard.
scissoring.
And
2 hours
I
later.
tried to get on it. And it shot right
And
out
Brick
from
was in the middle.
underneath me.
I know it.
Wait, how did you get the scar?
I fell on my knife.
You stupid. You're not a samurai. You don't fall on your sword. What was she thinking?
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Is she gonna mention it?
The chemical burn.
Yes, the famous chemical burn.
I did it myself.
Lies.
Why?
We know why, don't we? The pain of it, the truth of it, the lie.
To cover a bite mark?
No. Chemical burn's one of the most painful things you'll ever experience.
I got jumped by an infected when I was 14.
Like setting your skin on fire.
And turns out I'm immune, so it healed with a ring of
You look at Dina's face.
fucked
Shut
up
the
teeth
hell up.
marks and cysts and... Ow!
Fuck you.
What? Hey!
I told you a real fucking story.
I did tell you a real fucking story.
Oh, you want a bite mark?
Oh, it's hickey time.
Did you hear that? Jesse? Just
Yeah,
stay
one of these
there,
days I'm gonna
okay?
move over.
Will you
I'm gonna move
wait,
over
please?
to my
What? Just turn around. What are you doing?
it's too late. You can actually see Dina there as well. You notice that?
You're supposed to be on patrol.
There's a blizzard outside.
You know, tummy. Not just the little
People are
cute,
counting on you.
little
You get that? What
chubby.
we do matters.
She's got
Well, then why aren't you at the fucking
the
lookout?
preggy belly button.
Because Tommy and Joel didn't show up.
What do you mean?
We waited for them for an hour.
Yeah, I'm gonna move over
I was
to
looking for the
my
horses when I saw lights.
fucking other screen one time, and
Maybe they just went back to town.
it'll have my
Piano
history
priest. No way.
of brick Pornhub stuff.
How
Brick
much of the
Hub.
region have you covered?
How much?
Split
Caught,
up.
busted,
Go at it from different sides.
illegal in
Cover the
52
whole thing in a
states.
few hours.
That's right.
Like you
That's
right,
right.
Solo. We don't know what's out there.
52. I said it.
Exactly. What if they need help?
I recognize Green Lantern. I do.
West, Dina can take south and you come from the east, but be smart about it, yeah?
Yeah.
The 52nd state. That's a good movie. Alright, Joe and Tommy on their own blizzard. Massive amounts of runner and clicker hordes. Going between stories so fast now. Look at this. Abby leads, after Joel saving her life, Abby leads them directly into this trap. This is not where these guys live, you gotta understand. They're on the hunt for Jackson. They're just holed up here. We know that these guys actually come from Washington. This is an incredible journey they've gone on. Nice. We told you there was no more Minecraft toys, but you didn't listen. And that's what you get. Oh wait, we found some Minecraft... Oh, we did find some Minecraft toys. Cut! Oh dear God. Someone tell their families. It was spontaneous combustion by acting the fool in a cinema. Yeah, okay. That's the story and we're sticking to it. Said it was something got to do with the lighting and popcorn and vomit, and the live chicken caused spontaneous combustion.
We're good.
I'm gonna combust.
Yeah.
Gonna combust my britches.
You want to get those saddles off?
She can't take her eyes off him.
No, it's all right. We'll just ride out the storm and get here.
See, Abby never got to see Joe. But how quick she forgot, right? Vengeance, rage. Honestly, a dumb bitch, let's be honest. You know, she is. This is dumb vengeance. He saved her life at the fence. She's about to be eaten alive.
Yesterday?
Yesterday.
Oh, there's this fucking shot, the lighting, the fucking sliding door window with the snow against it. I can't.
You
I
two
fucking
live
can't.
nearby?
We do. A few hours down the hill.
I
Y'all
hate
should come
this
back
room
with us
forever.
restock before you head out.
Appreciate it.
There's little Mel.
Mel, by the way.
Tommy, this is my brother.
There's a correlation between Mel's pregnancy and Dina's. Oh, everybody.
Don't look like you heard of us or something.
Yeah. Joel knew something was wrong there. You
Because
could
they
hear a
have.
pin drop. Boom!
Laura, all clear?
Poor Joel, man. Shot in the fucking kneecap. That's some pain right there. I'll be wasting no time. Oh my god, look at his leg. I can't watch this again. I can't do it. Every fucking time, man. It's like ripping hot wax off your wiener.
Joel.
WLF. This is for your unpaid parking fucking tickets. No, sorry, I can't make fun of it. It hurts too much.
Why don't you say whatever speech you got rehearsed? Get this over with.
My boy Joel. To walk into that
Trying to
room,
get his leg.
to run. I know he was running from clickers, but he let his guard down. He thought there was a mutual survival bond. People hate this. I have more issue with what Ellie does next, as much as anything else.
Don't you fucking move.
Look at that. He put a tourniquet on his leg so she can torture him more. This is not to get information out of Joel. This is not to get to know him. This is one thing and one thing only. Imagine if it was like mistaken identity or something. This is pure rage, vengeance, and a very fucking disturbed little girl.
Stupid old man. You don't get to rush this.
Fuck you, naughty dog. This could have been handled so much better. Y'all couldn't write yourself out of a piece of toilet paper.
Tommy!
They were definitely naughty that day. Back up on there, pussy. Back up on there, pussy. I think she's had a few songs like that already, you did, right? And she just repeats the same lines over and over again. Fine, just make sure you do it on kick, because anything goes on there, right? Anything goes. It's true. Then again, Twitch is not far behind. Fucking people running red lights. But apparently they were at like Burning Man or something and doing something. Somebody lit themselves on fire on kick. Good times.
Please be okay.
It's accidental, of course, but it's a bunch of dumb, drunk, fucking spaced out,
Joel!
burnout
Tommy!
druggies fucking around with a bonfire and Molotovs and stuff. Dumbasses. What do you think was going to happen? The lady who literally does it, she throws it, spills most of it over herself, then throws it, lighting herself on fire. And of course, it's the same. It's either Ice or Action Man. I mean, two dumb morons in this world on these websites. And it's like a race to the bottom of who can be dumber than the other. Okay, so you see that there is something going on. You got lights. Ellie sees that there's dead bodies. I know she's in a desperate panic to find Joel. I get that. But you understand that this is, for her, you're looking at, you know, we saw her when she was 14. And then it's like fucking 5 years later. 4 years later, I guess. But she's been taught by one of the best, Joel. Now, Joel, on the other hand, has 20 plus years, probably nearly 30 years at this point, 24, 25 years, of survival instinct, of learning, you know, from both the military, then the Fireflies, and then just surviving in Jackson. Now, you do let your guard down a little bit when you're older, and this and that. Whatever, I get that. But you're also, adrenaline is rushing. You're just running away from clickers, you're fighting in the ski yoke, and the same with Ellie. She's in a panic, but also adrenaline is going. But for these two to walk into their own deaths, like, just fucking stupid. There is absolutely, there's no excuse from a writer's standpoint, from a common sense standpoint, and that's the biggest problem. Not the fact that Joel dies. I can understand that, you know. As much as we love our heroes, it's even crazier to see a hero die, a hero fall. But I would have done it halfway through the game, and I would have done it respectfully. I would have done it saving the rest, you know. Like, look at his kind of rescue of Ellie during the David section, even when he was fucked up on death's door from like fever and infection and a huge, you know, almost life-threatening. And she was just walking down here like no one in their right mind would do that. And then she just got gifted a Molotov. Like, I'd fucking start with a Molotov. Look at this bitch. Jesus. Now, what? Then she's walking in again. Would Joel have survived at that point? Very unlikely, honestly. Between the destroyed leg and the brain damage. But there would have been a chance. Why she didn't stand in the doorway and take a shot at Abby? Stupid. But, you know, we can't use common sense. These are video games written by fucking morons, so every mistake ever made. First use of an engagement is check your fucking corners, and she didn't do that. She walked out with her big fucking hands and a big gun, and it's very easy. Could have shot Abby from the staircase back there. Anyway, just me, huh? Just me. Wasn't taught, was she not, huh? Yeah. Sorry, I'm just extremely passionate and still angry about this 5 years later. Sorry.
Please stop.
Your fucking ears gone and everything.
Joel, please get up.
Oh, look at the brain matter on the golf club. And the fact that he's spat in his body, he has nothing got to do with Joel. Nothing. Suppose maybe more Fireflies and all that, but fuck the rest of them now, you know? But the issue is not even... She does go on and killing spree and gets most of them. Then the whole thing's just so weird. She never gives up. And when gets the opportunity multiple times to do the job, then doesn't do it. The game is written by a toddler named Neil Druckmann. It's stupid. It's like they couldn't commit. It's like they went this risk and this crazy shock and the vengeance story and then backed out at the end like cowards, you know? If you were going to turn Ellie into this monster, then fucking commit and do it, you know? Honestly, the fact Tommy survived is huge. Because if you know anything about being glassed, as it's called, which is happens every other fucking weekday in Ireland, when you get a beer bottle to the face, it rips, it tears, glass, tiny bits of glass going into the skin. Yeah. Not much coming back from that. The impact, as much as the glass, does the brain damage. Yeah, there we go. That was the big moment. People ripped off their shirts and charged into Naughty Dog headquarters and pulled out the disc. And the guy that broke the disc could barely do it. It took him 3 attempts because his poor little muscles are all atrophied from being chronic online in an internet cafe for 15 years. But yeah, it could have been handled better right at the start. Should have kept it for the middle. And then the rest of the game is just this giant, horrible skin peeling. That's the only word for it. It feels like you're just peeling back your own skin the whole way through the game, little by little.
Hey.
Constant pain. Strange. People very aptly called it like torture porn, which is great. I was like, Jesus, you fucking hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what it is. Because you have this weird like dissonance between the violence and the pain and anger of Ellie, and then the fact that everybody's meant to be human, and we see Abby shied, and it's like, is it just this? Is it just make any sense? Yeah. Picture the keyhole. Exactly, dude. Anything. Sure there was 1,000 things she could have done. You tell me she didn't hear them in the room? That's what we were going towards.
She can't stop us.
crazy lady. But I know when it's someone so important to you, you do let down your guard. But that's why I'm more pissed about Joel too. Joel and Tommy to walk into a full fucking room of armed people that they've never seen before. After the Fireflies, after bandits, after the clickers. It makes no sense. There's no logic. You wouldn't do it in a million years.
Get away with this?
There's a reason why Jackson is so fortified. It's not just for clickers, you know.
Yeah, but that's what's happening.
We found out in the first game that the scariest part is the humans that are left.
What if we get hit by hunters again?
Is this you talking or is this her?
Is what?
It's a valid point.
We can argue. I can argue and try and explain it away all day. It's not gonna change it. But I would have chosen this to do like a director's cut.
Would be.
Well,
just
we don't
move
even know
stuff
for
around.
certain that they're from Seattle.
Washington Liberation Front. That's what you said was on those
WLF.
badges.
What if they stole those jackets?
That's...
What's the WLF move?
What are you doing?
Tommy goes into a very understandable but annoying, kind of almost victim mentality. He's scared. He's afraid. I think losing Joel, not dealing with that, mixed with almost losing his own life and possibly losing Maria, he turns into
if you want to come with me, great.
A coward, really. But you know, self-preservation kicks in like a motherfucker.
You have no idea what you're walking into.
Still helps her.
How large that group is.
We saw how he was.
I don't care.
During the first game, Joel's original plan was to hand off Ellie to Maria and Tommy and let them take her the rest of the way. That was what was one of the plans. It was a constantly shifting plan, and he said no, get that girl out of here. Tommy really, for the most part, and you see it over the course of this game too. He doesn't really want anything got to do with Ellie. He thinks that she's a burden. She's brought this hell onto them.
To talk to Maria.
He does help her. He does do his brother justice, but you can tell that.
There's got to be some folks you can.
Ironically, just like Nate and Sam from Uncharted, there's one brother that slips. You know, I guess it's just the family way, and I always feel like Tommy was the brother that slipped.
One day, please.
Fine.
Poor old Ellie. Now she has nothing, you see. And there's a bigger issue with Ellie too, is I'll show you over the course of the game. At this moment, it's better to give a context now because it's hard to like remember what we just saw, you know. Context is she had a massive fight with Joel and had a huge amount of unresolved issues with him. They couldn't have been further apart than before they met each other, you know, that kind of way. That's how fucking bad it was. And it's mainly from the lie from the end of the first game mixed with everything else that's going on in her life, you know. And then him being, you know, like the father he is, even if it's a surrogate father, he wants to try and keep her close and pushing her away and causing everything. So then, yeah, so she's got all that unresolved and now can never be resolved. So this is a huge portion of why she goes on a massive vengeance, not just to, you know, honor Joel and get revenge for him. It's also because of her own guilt at not making up with Joel, not figuring things out. It's a survivor's guilt, you know. And she knows she was wrong, you know. It's fucked up. A lot of people consider they should have just left it in the first game because it was such a kind of a wild ending, you know. It was sort of that, does she believe him or not, you know, believe in the lie? Would you do the same?
House before we leave.
This game gives you quite an answer to that in all the wrong ways.
Just have to pick something up. Okay.
Basically just the monsters that we can become, you know, even if you think you're doing right.
I couldn't get to the horses.
I would do the same thing in Ellie's situation. But I would kill Abby, that's the difference.
Tommy.
There would need to be some ending to it. How many games and movies have you watched and played where they do kill the person, they get the revenge, and they're still empty, and cold, and dead inside? But
then it's gonna be harder.
I don't think it would matter either way.
I know.
Just a never-ending cycle
want you to feel like you have to.
of revenge.
Ellie.
You go. I go.
Interesting, you see kind of Dina sort of hiding. I know they're just wearing jackets because it's cold outside, but you sort of see her hiding stuff too. Yeah, I'll be interested to see how this is handled. Poor old Ellie.
You need to get your backpack.
Jackson
I hate
County.
these gates. I figured we'd want to slip out that way.
Yeah, it's a pretty damn interesting way of writing the story, but I don't know. I would have left it halfway. I think it would have been more impactful. Just by doing it now, it kind of just felt like a reason for the game. And so close to the end of the last game, people just felt disgusted, and rightfully so. Look at all this, look at all the tributes pouring in from. Golly, he was well loved. One of those kind of fathers and glues of a community. It's always the way after they pass, then you see everything's just so dumb that a little fight even feels stupid as well. But if I remember correctly, that they were fighting for years. Years. Oh, look at her shaking.
Hey. What do you need? I can go get it.
If we do get a part 3,
I want to do it.
we need to discuss
Okay.
Ellie's mental health. Like, really. I don't mean like a therapy session. This girl actually goes through a type of psychosis after the trauma. You know that stuff in her hand there, that's just pure shock.
Thanks.
But gee, I'm telling you, that's like fucking like a type of brain damage by the end. There's so much trauma. And if they don't bring that up, like, I don't think she's well in the head at all by the end. Go down some dark fucking paths. Oh, it's probably still half warm as well. His little pot the size of that cup, by God. That's a hell of a brew in there. No. Couldn't be all nearly got their own, another way you can see her writing. Their own little houses together, huh? Mr. Miller. Probably didn't spend too much time here. Poor Joel as well. It just wasn't a fitting way. It's not a good tribute. It's not a good way of honouring him. He's been through so much. I know what he did to the Fireflies and all that. I get that. It was bad. He went on an unmitigated tear. But he did it for the ones he loved, you know. He asked, but he didn't want to go through it. He asked for her back pretty much. And Marlene told him to fucking sit and swivel. I think he was knocked out and locked up, right? Right at the end, you go on this massive tear through about 15 to 20 Fireflies in that hospital. And at that point, you're told that she's not going to survive. And we don't know if they'll get a cure out of it, you know. It was, at the end, this is why I stand by him being right. If you listen closely, they basically say it will be an exploratory autopsy in her brain to see if it'll work. They don't know. Now, it could end up being the cure. There's probably even a high chance of it being the cure, even just in the blood alone. But they don't know for sure. She would have to die. It would have to be in the brain because that's where the cordyceps affects, you know. There's just no way of surviving. But it wouldn't matter. I don't think it would matter at that point. Look at him, he's doing little woodling, and you got like that's horse breaking, right? Kind of looks like, you know, bucking broncos and things like that. But it's a type of horse breaking they would do. It's pretty cool. Very, very dangerous, because not only will you get flung off the horse and break your neck or your back, the horses have really high tendency to kick you midair, and that kick is the force of like a pneumatic drill or something. Like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, they could have done it. There's about 50,000 ways better. As I said, I was saying like halfway through, and then have a situation where Ellie and possibly her friends or who knows what else have them at risk at full death. You know, because you can still die. Ellie can die from just blood loss like anyone else. You know, she's not immortal. It just means she can't get infected. But you still die from being eaten alive and bitten and all that. Oh, the jackets and the clothes and stuff. This one's a little bit harder to play, I'm not gonna lie, because I fucking lost my father in January. But I mean, still, like, I can separate it enough, you know. But there is stuff like that, definitely the smell of the clothes and stuff. But yeah, poor Joel, he definitely deserved better than that, that's for sure. Good lord, damn you, Naughty Dog. You should have went over that like 4 or 5 times and done a better job. I know I would have. The bigger issue I had is when they started doing the trailers, right? They started to show Joel in certain parts throughout the game. And then we find out that it was Jesse. that they had fucking hoodwinked us. Horrible. So that's his own daughter, Sarah. She sadly passed from a horrible military kind of wrongdoing, basically, where he fell over and kept her safe, running from the initial outbreak, and then they got bumped into a couple of stupid trigger-happy military guys, and they got the okay to just slaughter everybody because they thought it would contain the virus. And Joel turned to try and take the bullet away from his daughter. He kind of did, honestly, but then when they looked, they had already shot her in the midsection, fatally killing Sarah. And poor little thing. Very, very sad scene. Jeez, always gets me no matter how many times I see it. Always just pure fucking welling up on that one. So yeah, it's just sad that he's been through all of that, you know. And I think he did love Tess in a way too after all that time. Oh, how did they even get his personal effects? I guess he would have just left his body and ran, bastards. There was all the backup then. Nice. Oh, the music, man. Oh yes, one of his old revolvers. I think she used that for the course of the game. Poor thing. We always see these kind of giants, you know, these great men, well written, or in movies or characters, whatever, you know.
Can you come down here?
And
Okay?
they're larger than life, right? They're almost monolithic.
Come on down.
You know, you'd make a statue out of them. And same with people in real life, you know, great people, communities, fathers, you name it, and they just, you see them as immortal beings that don't go through any kind of pain or anything. And then when you see them dead like this, or they go into hospital or whatever, like, you see that we are all just fucking human beings, you know, no matter how much we put into that kind of mythical object, almost like mythical creature, right? They're just not. We're all just human. But I do think they could have made Joel go out a bit better than that. Fuck. Good old Maria. Tommy's fucked off.
Maria, I'm headed to Seattle.
There's another fine example in
wish
this
I could
game
let it
of
go, but I can't.
unchecked trauma. Nobody.
I have to bring these
Nobody
people to
talks.
justice.
Nobody helps.
Ellie's gonna try to come after me,
Nobody
but stop
gets
her.
some therapy or something.
Take her guns, lock up the horses, maybe lock her up. Buy me some time so I can end this. Love you always, Tommy.
The goofy thing with this game is the sheer,
He's gonna get himself killed.
He should have taken me
no
with him.
understanding of the size of America.
You should have given us a group to go after those
Jackson
fuckers.
is meant to be like,
I could.
I think somewhere around like
I
Georgia or
I
something.
prefer that you stay.
That's not gonna fucking
I
happen.
prefer
And
that
it's
you
like-
stay, but I know you better.
How are you going
going with
horseback 3,000 miles across fucking America?
So you're just gonna sneak out of here.
It's the same with the first game kind of does it a little bit too, but there is, you use a car
foot?
halfway through, remember?
Yeah.
You do use a car, a big Jeep. That makes more sense. Although you don't get too long on a big full tank of gas. This one, it's all
I told
horses, like
Sable
the
to let
gas
you
is
out
dried
with
up.
your horse.
So we're going
Perhaps
to
you
Washington.
too.
If you're confused like me sometimes, Washington County, Washington State, not
Thank you,
Washington DC. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Basically, we're not going
Just,
to the East
me
Coast.
a
We're going
favor.
to the Northwest Coast.
Bring my dumbass.
I
back home and
I
leave
asked
this
people what the DC part of Washington, they don't even know. So it's each their own, I guess. That's confusing as piss, though, isn't it?
All right,
Washington DC is a city,
get going.
and Washington
You're
State
losing
is a state. You know. Might as well be a country at this point. Especially like Texas. Texas feels like its own country. They think that too. Alright. Yeah, sorry there. Put my own personal stuff into things. I shouldn't do that. Look at that eyes. The eyes, the shine off the eyes. My god. Good old Ellie. I'll always love her, even if she's an absolute fool in this game. Not for getting revenge, I understand. I'd do the same myself. But it's the continued bullshit she does after that. She makes her choice in the middle of the game and then decides to rip open the wound over and over and over again. Destroying her life, destroying her memories of Joel, destroying...
hunter was on top
I
of
don't
him.
understand.
Drowning him.
As I said, unchecked trauma. Which I actually
couldn't
think
get
she has a
so good.
psychosis by the end.
Jeez.
She's not well.
Were you scared?
Well,
Nice. And just like that, we just go to the
think
outskirts
just-
of Seattle. It's like, huh?
I just ran in there, grabbed his gun, and shot the guy in the face.
Damn, looks
How old
amazing.
were you?
Like that scene when you first saw Uncharted 4 in the
How old
jungle.
were you when you first killed someone?
Yeah, I love that you mentioned peeking through the
No.
keyhole. You fucking nailed
Fully
it.
conscious, non-fungal person.
So they did add Adventure Time to Fortnite.
What happened?
Fucking mad. I heard they're
coming to
adding
my
some
mom.
wild stuff, but I think it's all
Stabbed him.
fake.
Shit.
It was like Kingdom Come Deliverance, Henry.
Yeah, I'm a real bad.
Yeah, Star Wars Zero Company got announced. Remember I let you guys know about that about a week or so ago? Good stuff. I'm going to play the hell out of that.
Hey, have a little
I've really got a renewed hype and fun after playing Marvel Midnight Suns. Because I'm not going to lie, I couldn't gel with XCOM. I think I got the bad experience with it. I love the Bureau. That's a third person
Didn't seem like the same
FPS.
group.
But I played XCOM Enemy Unknown. And it's in the name, all the aliens are invisible. So it was like playing a turn-based, like RTS, where you have to move around
Until we find out.
without knowing where the enemy is. It's extremely difficult. But for a lot of people, when you get into it, it's amazing. It wasn't really for me. Marvel Midnight Suns is so cool. What I loved about it was the environmental, contextual stuff you could do. It was awesome. You could spend a move to shove an enemy into an environment thing. It's really cool. Obviously, it being Marvel, I can't lie, it did actually add that level to it. It's really cool, really good story. It's actually like better than the Agatha. It's a mix of like some of the Doctor Strange stuff and the WandaVision stuff and the Agatha stuff. Sorry, coming to you. Sorry, excuse me. Oh, sorry. Excuse me, sorry. I think this horse trying to smell his own ass. Yeah, so these two. Now, you're probably thinking the same as me. Why the fuck did Dina come? You'll see. She's kind of borderline attached like a lost puppy at this point. She's also scared. She's got her own things going on. Probably know by now, but if you don't, she's preggers with Jesse's baby. But as you can imagine, they already broke up and were estranged, and she's already doing the dirty with Ellie, so it's all confused. Love triangle, triple. Anyway, so that's going to be a big factor in the game. And then you got Mel on the other side. You see, there's corresponding stuff the whole way. Basically, Owen is Jesse, Abby is Ellie, Mel is Dina. If when I say, and I say it too much, but it is two sides of the same coin, I mean that. And there's a reason for that. They mirror that on purpose. All the time you spend in Jackson, later on when you play as Abby, you get to see they take up this football field, and it turns into their base for the WLF. And you see, like that bit where you pet the dog as Ellie, you pet an Alsatian dog as Abby. There's a mirror there. That's what I'm saying. I actually think a lot of this is, dare I say, well crafted, you know. I know people don't want to hear that. The idea was risky biscuit. But the unfortunate side of it is that it's laid out chronologically, it's structured like a child jumbling his toy box up. And that's what Neil Druckmann did, and he thought it was good writing. Thought it was amazingly smart. Look at this, look at that.
Here we go.
Fuck me, I'm such a
Guess I
great
was
director.
wrong.
That's nothing
Turns
got
out
to
you
do with
do
that.
know where
Oh,
you're
he's
going.
fucking. And if they play it like that, if the show plays it out like that, it'll be a massive missed opportunity in my eye. I have no problem with flashbacks, flash forwards, flashbacks. I've seen it thousands of times, but at the cost of everything else, it's just stupid. You'd swear we ran out of ways to tell stories, or we've come to this obnoxious, ego-driven bullshit stage in writing where they're like, I have to be different to do it different, or that the old classic way of doing things suddenly has a disease and a bad red mark on it, you know, the scarlet letter, that you can't do it like the classics. I'm like, fuck you, do it like the classics. Look how well they're written, you know. These games don't need to be put out like a fucking murder mystery, especially in a world where we kind of binge our sessions and then drop them and binge them, you know, that kind of way. So people get confused. Like, what year is it? Like, look at like, right, we were going 2.5 hours, right? We've now played through each character twice. That's 6 different scenarios in about 2 hours, you know. You could knock off a half an hour from each chatting bollocks. That's stupid. That's stupid storyline.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid. It felt as if, I'll tell you, I always say this about a lot of writing and a lot of game dev, and I feel it in my bones. These games feel like they're developed backwards. Like that they go through, they do a run through of the script, they do a run through of the game, and then they fucking go back through it again and start implementing and moving stuff around like a puzzle. that's pretty dumb. That does not work. Alright, so this is going to be our happy-go-lucky little Seattle map. It's going to be full of markers. Nice. So yeah, but about a good half to maybe more of the game takes place
Found an old
in
tourist map.
Seattle.
Well,
But
that's something.
yet again told really badly. It's told over a couple of days. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. And then you slide back and you do the kind of same thing with Abby. It's just a mess. And then there's flashbacks in between, and then flashbacks way back to almost at the end of the first game, and then a little bit of flashback where it's only like 6 months ago or a year ago. That's just a fucking mess. It is a mess. Now what was going to stop them from
Sure
just
seems quiet. Yeah.
doing those couple of
Think about
years
how well we hide our
in
elegance.
Jackson with Ellie and Joel there and then?
That's what scares me.
I think it would have been nice to play more as Joel, play a little bit as Ellie. Who knows? I think it would have been nice. I think they chopped those in and placed them in the game just to pull on our heartstrings now that Joel is gone. And is it effective? Yes. Especially the museum part with the space bit. I get that. It is effective. But it's at the cost of any kind of coherence with the story at all. It just falls apart in your hands. It really is like you took a book and you skimmed the pages, ripped out one and super glued it over here, ripped out another one and super glued it back there. Or had the jism pages stuck together, I don't know. And I think it's piss poor baby writing as well. I think it's shock value and an ego way of writing where you think it works better than it does.
Is that the QZ?
It's stupid.
Watch the high spots.
The first game has a little bit of time jumping because it's a post-apocalyptic game and they wanted to show you what happens after, you know, which is cool. Like, how many post-apocalyptic games and zombie games do we get where it's that initial year or so forward, you know? That's about it. And most of them don't survive. I think only maybe parts of The Walking Dead and 28 days, 28 weeks, 28 years later are really the only ones that do that, right? World War Z is kind of happening in real time for the most part. But that movie has its own problems. So does the book. It falls off at the end with the whole Scottish stuff. Welsh, whatever the fuck it is. So strange. So strange. I think what happens is a lot of these writers, they don't know what genre they're living in. So they're just writing a story. And they're like, oh, well, it's not actually an action game after all. It's not a zombie game at all. It's just a revenge game. It's the first Strand game ever, you know. It's like fucking Kojima. Strand, it's the first Strand game of its kind. It's the biggest, stupidest thing I've ever heard. I love the dude, and he's a great visionary. But visionaries are eccentrics. It's almost by name, by nature, you know. And you can look at one eccentric person and just, you think they're wacko jacko, you think they're crazy. You just call them eccentrics. And another eccentric's like, oh, they're genius. They're genius. They're this, they're that. I remember what this one was. It was like climbing up on one of these, wasn't it? We get the rope. Hello, Miss Dina. Wouldn't want to be you. So yeah, we have to kind of separate the bullshit sometimes. Right. Let's
Are
see.
these cages?
Yeah,
Holding
cages.
cells. Soldiers had them in Boston too.
Let's see how it is. Not a lot of the stuff can be moved, which is interesting. Soldiers. Anyway, sorry for wattling on like I always do with these things. I suppose playing it and the emotion of playing it is still raw, but the emotion of the after effect is there too. If it set out to cause a lot of anger, it succeeded. Damn. Soldier on. You can't do a whole lot until you access that, right? And get the fucking ropes going and stuff. I try and find the solution before anything else. It's funny about these kind of games is, as Sony continues to go realism and real stories, I can't see kids playing these games, you know? I could set up a kid there, you know, fucking Fortnite kid, 7, 8, 9, set him up there and watch and play Uncharted, the whole Uncharted games. They'd be good to go. I couldn't let him play Last of Us Part 1 and 2. Not because of the gore or the zombies or anything. The whole game is a fucking, I don't know, it's a bit of a shit show. I don't think you even know what's going on. Let alone two chicks fucking doing the dirty with some weed. It's not about the adult content. This was a fucking mess. Trespassers. What you call me? Hoping there's one day where Naughty Dog gets kind of a little bit cut down to size and starts to go back to making fun-loving stuff as well as these incredible cinematic things, you know? It's just me, though. Alright. Pretty sure, didn't we have to, like... Let's see here. We have to wait and see. Yeah, you have to get, like, rope to get up there, wouldn't it? Maybe you can just climb up normally while I'm waffling on. This part, I don't mind this part. We're going around Seattle and that is cool. It's a nice little bit of freedom. But then, like, Dina comes along, sort of help with the guns, and then comes a burden, and then becomes a liability, and then becomes a pain. And I guess she's meant to sort of symbolize the Ellie side of the first game. The Ellie taking over as Joel, where there's something to live for, something to fight for, and also something to die for.
Dina, hey, help me up here.
But it becomes this kind of a joke. Then Jesse shows up, everybody's just tagging along, and Tommy's already out here. Yeah. Why they didn't just take half of Jackson and just destroy them, I'll never know. They couldn't have got that far. They're going
I'll
from
keep an eye out.
mid-America.
Just see if you can get the gate open from the other side.
Sounds good.
They'd have to rest, you know. Tommy's inclusion in this game is an unusual one, to say the least. It's not bad, but I don't know what to make of it. It's kind of another struggling brother. Another person struggling with trauma. And also kind of becomes a liability. I don't know why he does. As I said, Tommy's kind of the brother that slipped, so there's not really much he's probably done in his life that hasn't caused concern for Joel and his parents and everything else. I'm the brother that slipped, so I understand his perspective.
I'm good.
You kind of a fuck up
Just almost died.
without trying to be a fuck up. But I don't know. I think when extreme things happen, you have to get your shit together. Whee! I always love doing that with her. She does this weird thing when she like forcefully twists her ankle and falls off. Got a soldier, and there is hard parts in this game between some of the clickers and that, and you get these huge big scenarios and gunfights. It's pretty cool. No slidey down, but she can go a little faster. Oh, there's a busted ankle. Especially when they're all wearing these dumbass fucking sneakers and Converse and Vans. They have no soles in them. Ah, I love it. How you doing, Brick? I missed you, Brick. Hello, Brick. Hello, Brick. It's my little Brick. Oh, my little Brick. Give a little stick in the mix with Brick. Alright, here we go. Here's this happy, joy, fun time. Brick.
Okay.
Leaves? No, don't leave.
Power.
You can watch. Some people like to watch. I think it. Some people like to watch. Would you rather if I go for bottle? See, that's all that's wrong with you. You're a bottlist. And now you're telling me you're going to bottle it by not watching? I'd be jealous. You know? When are Disney going to do a story about me and Brick? Part of this brick. Nice. Come on. Oh yeah, I remember this shite. I always fuck it up, don't I?
Okay. Wonder when this is written.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Got a big operation. Read. Wait, this game wants me to read? I expect you to
Saravana
read.
base. That's something.
Blah. Blah, blah, blah. Alright. I think it was like East. You see that 0451? Yeah, baby. That's that classic I was telling you about. That comes from the original Deus Ex in 2000. 26 years ago. We'll never know the true meaning behind it. They still stand by the fact that it was just a random number on the day. But it's basically usually a safe code or a door code or whatever in these games. as the first one, all to a nod to Deus Ex. Who knows? We would never know the truth. Alright, only walk backwards everywhere.
Oh, that's a generator.
Yeah, baby. Show me your generator. Your generator, yeah. Good lad. Kick has activated channel points for all the channels. Yeah, I wish Twitch would do the same, as that's the only thing I miss about being affiliate is the integrated. Oh, really? That's so dumb. I didn't know that. Oh, really? I didn't know you have to be integrated. I didn't know you have to be affiliated. It's so dumb. Stick it in. You do have to throw it over eventually. Are you okay? Did you hurt your little footsie? Hold on, Dina. I'm coming, child.
Ellie?
Yes.
Ellie! Over here!
I don't want to talk to you. You're scaring the children. What's the password? Brick is hot. Okay, come on in. Come on in.
Hey, everything okay?
Hot brick
What was
action.
that sound? I got that gate open. Gotta figure out this one now.
Well, we believe in you.
Thanks.
Who's we? Who is we? Are you talking about you and Brick? Brick is with me. Do you think Dina would steal Brick from me? She better fucking not. Brick, I know you have eyes for other people and holes. I only have holes for Brick. Okay, where does this go? I'm gonna stick it in a little brick right here. Going to stick it in and make it out. Oh, it clearly doesn't stretch that far, and you're gonna cause slack and tension and possibly a horrible kink in the cable there at the connection. But you know, it's you gotta stop thinking like that. You know. Nice. Why you tell me there's a door right here? Ah, duh. The mistakes we make. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to reload. I fucked up really badly there. I'm sorry. It's a terrible waste of property, and oh my goodness. Nice. I did. I really reloaded. Suck my balls. I don't want to talk to you. You've been calling Brick, sliding into Brick's DMs. Brick doesn't even have hands, but Brick has DMs. Talk to me, Brick, cause you're happy, Brick. By the end of this song, bounce, chicka, bounce, chicka, bounce, chicka, bounce. I didn't know Ellie could dance. We call this aggressive lesbian dance. Alright, hello there.
Hey, everything
Speaking
okay?
of aggressive lesbians, I wonder
What was
how
that sound?
Abby's doing.
I got that gate open. Gotta figure out this one now.
Yeah, we
Well,
believe in you.
We believe in you.
Damn, I must have, how did I know that? I must have wrote it. I must have wrote this game. That's right, blame me for Joel getting axed. Dude, if they do the same for Pedro Pascal, Mr. Pascal, you know, kick some ass. Alright, nice. Put that in there. Beautiful. Now, see, but there's not enough slack there at all. And it's eventually going to lead to a kink. And then it's going to not work. It's terrible. Oh, here's a way in here. But I'm getting, like, major deja vu right now. Anybody else? Deja vu. Deja vu. Oh, there's a door right there. Why didn't they tell me? I'm sorry, guys. I can't sit. Well, sorry. The deja vu. Why is there blood coming out of my nose? When the deja vu hits that hard. See, I've told you guys before, but most important rule for me is to not waste your time. I hate time wasting. I would never do it. It's a full par. Alright, which gate is this? Hello? Can you tell me which gate this is? I'm trying to leave you behind. I think it's like East 2, isn't it, or something? East is East. I think that's on YouTube right now. Go watch it. If you don't, I'll kill you. I miss British comedy. Where is it gone? Right out the window. I think Russell Brand has it. He's fucked the shit out of it unconsensually. He's going to jail. Destroying British comedy. Nah mean? Nah mean. Leiden Gate B2. Hello B1. Hello B2. What happened to bananas in pajamas? Are they still going? I missed them. Alright, hold on now. I can't. Where do we check for this? Darn this stuff. I thought it was like written up on one of the gate's walls. Am I blind? Should I throw brick and she'll find out? Mama. I'm really sure it was east too. Just try them all and find out. No, it's written somewhere. Bollocks. You guys know. Just maybe it's just main gate. Need to shut the fuck up. Sorry. It could be main gate. Main gate, main gate. Egg choc done tea. Y'all are just jealous of my incredible love for brick and the way I saw puzzles. Don't be hating.
Yes.
Nailed it. First try. It says main gate right there. Leave the horse. Oh my god, we were almost eating the horse. Look at the way the horse got scared.
Come on. Let's get out of here.
The horse doesn't deserve this. That was a loud crash. I blame you. You shouldn't have fought it. No. I should remove this cable so we don't get clotheslined with the horse. Who cares? I heard this window today to see if I bunk. Nice. Still feel. Tried to kill it all the way, but I've forgotten that I love brick. What have I become, my dearest brick? You some kind of a brick lover? Everyone I know is fucked the shit out of brick. But you could have my brick.
Now what?
My empire brick.
Got some codes on it.
Nailed it.
WLF.
Not bad. We're here at the Grand National here, yes. We have Bricked Up in the lead here. He's now running around in circles. He's gone the wrong way. Come on, Bricked Up, please. I'm Bricked Up. I got $50 in the Grand National. Brick is now going the opposite way. Bricked Up is nothing bricked up at all. Now some crazy shit's gonna happen, and the cutscene is gonna take over. But until we say goodbye, let's have some fun. This beat is sick. Come and take a ride on my brick. Let's go. Thank you.
Oh shit! Look.
Yeah.
Saravina Hotel.
That's gotta be it.
Yeah. Is brick like cinnamon buns or scrawnies?
Way past this,
I wouldn't mind a scrawnies. But yeah,
Very creative.
brick does like
Gets right to the point.
scones
Let's
because
get closer and scope it out.
they're dry, and so is brick. She needs constant lubrication, but she keeps falling on
Back
my
in
hands.
Boston, they catch
Fuck
you tapping
Fedra.
the wall like this,
Fedra's just
Beat
kind
the
of a
shit out
nod
of
to FEMA.
or worse.
QZs sound like fun.
FEMA. FEMA.world. Oh yeah, does this one have horse bollocks? Just asking because otherwise, clearly, we're just going to check the undercard. Excuse me. Can I go underneath the horse? This horse does not have horse bollocks, but that's because it's a girl. Psych. You see, Deb's out here just cutting corners by only making female characters so they don't have to simulate growing and breeding bollocks.
Okay, here we go.
It's true. Red Dead Redemption 2 still remains the best. I kind of failed. I fail at these all the time. Yes, I knew that.
Damn it. Well, what
I'm
do we
never
do
out of
now?
gas. I'd be farting when I'm streaming right
No.
now. I could be farting right now.
No
You'd never
mention
know.
that there's gas in the
I have a
courthouse
special like
garage
fart
and
limiter.
the dome.
I have to pay monthly for it.
Courthouse
It's
garage
only a
and dome.
fart noise cancellator.
So what's the plan for finding these places?
We ride around and see what we see.
Denied,
You think Tommy came
expelled.
through here?
He
Jeez,
did.
you know that. They're expelling people. Like
Idiots.
school all over again.
Just turning everyone against you.
No. I would never turn you against me, would I, Brick? You know it's true. Oh yes I do. Cyber and Brick. La ha ha ha. I heard you on the wireless back in 52. Me and Brick on the toilet doing the number 2. And let's go. Let's get out into the wicked wild world of Seattle. Any Seattleites out here? Is that what you're called? What's people from Seattle called? Jimmy.
So, where are we?
Wow. Isn't that cool? I gotta access your ass.
Pretty sure we're here.
Don't touch the map. How'd she do
Mark it
that?
up as we go.
She's got digital wizardry. You are here. You have arrived in your pants. I need to take a BRB from the stream and change my jacket.
What the hell happened out here?
What do you think?
I'm guessing the military bombed the shit out of this place.
25 years.
Why would they do that?
Things happened.
Well, they would sometimes destroy
After
parts
the-
of the city that
right?
were lost to the infected.
After the Great War of the Pokemon cards,
That seems like over.
things just weren't the same.
Well,
It made COVID look like a holiday.
On the infected.
We
or
could
the
do with a
rebels?
few more COVID holidays, you know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Shut her down,
Believe
boy.
me.
Shut her down.
you're lucky you didn't
Nice.
grow up in a QZ.
I'm starting to get that impression.
Diddle-diddle-doo-diddle-diddle-doo.
Probably just become
We'll take a
more
piss or
asshole
take a
soldier.
poo.
No way.
So there's all these
I
little
can't see
areas you can
taking
go.
orders from anybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, right. Yeah, Ellie's a
gotta
badass. She wouldn't
I
take
was
orders
expecting
from
the
anybody.
Seattle QZ to be a lot more.
They've been traveling horseback,
Yeah.
I assume, for a couple of
Maybe
weeks.
they're all hiding at the
Poor horse
ceremony.
must be busted.
How many WLF you think there are anyway?
Well, at least 8.
If we're lucky, that'll be
At
it.
least 8. She remembers how many was in the room.
We should stay alert. Stop
Ellie has
people we
like
can.
trauma photographic memory from that. Don't blame her. It's so pretty out here. So pretty. Pretty out here.
Ellie, I think Shimmer's getting sick.
Oh.
What? How can you tell?
She sounds a little hoarse.
Oh, god damn it.
Boy.
Have you
Come on.
told
that was
her
a
all
good-
the stuff too?
Hey,
What is it?
says there are supplies at some bank.
Might be worth
Yep.
checking out.
The famous bank. Have you taught her all those shitty goddamn jokes? Why, I oughta. What was the story with the map again? Was it swipe on this fucking touchpad? No, it doesn't do nothing. I don't think you can swipe at it anymore. Those were the days, though. Those were the days when anything. You just hold it down, is it? Yeah, hold it down. We used to be swiping our ass off, but not anymore. So is the horse sick or not? Like, that's not something to joke
Look at
about.
the
For
sign.
fuck's sake. What is it?
I think
Let's
we
see.
found the bank.
Should we go explore it?
How do you know? You don't know. This is a good one. Get your bricks ready, everybody. Nice. See, she has another weapon. It's Joel's revolver. And I'll tell you one thing. Joel's revolver is actually a tasty thing. Could kill anybody. Joel's revolver. Oh, it's another brick, but it's not my brick. Get some brick. You're not you without your brick.
This is cool.
I wrote that like
In like a
an hour ago and I said I wouldn't mention brick anymore. I'm actually impressed that I've stuck by it.
Well, we've been like this for years.
Hey.
It's not gonna collapse.
And he's back in the room.
I think.
Careful. Careful.
Your call.
Nah, we're not bailing on this. No one bails out the banks, right?
Bring body armor.
It's okay. These people are still trying to check out their savings. Oh, somebody sees them. Well, that stealth lasted so long. Yeah. Damn, Ellie. Oh shit, another clicker. That's just bad for business. Clickers are really fast as well. Whoopity whoop 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 whoopity whoop whoop whoopity whoop whoop. Oh shit, this is a wall. Whoopity whoop. Damn it, I keep pressing the wrong button. Whoopity whoop. Zoopity zoop. I don't think you can ever unstealth, re-stealth. Dina, darling, can you stop running, you fucking tired? No, I don't think you... Even if... See, even running backwards like this, you can't unstealth. Oh my god, he get out there so fast. Zoopity zoop. I know. Whoop. Your last known location. They have LoJack. I think with the clickers, you're almost better to shoot them in the leg. Oh, he's got body armor, she said. I heard that. Stop it. See? This is your life if you don't have a brick.
Okay,
Get yourself a brick today.
that's all of them.
You can tie a little piece of string to it. You can leave it in the door jams and people fall over.
Body armor.
It was a security guard. This is a bank.
Not sure.
It was keeping guard at all Mr. Feastables, Mr. Beast Feastables, Mr. Beastables. And believe it or not, 25 years later, they have not actually gone off, you know? Because we know they were made from space chemicals, and space agents, and lizard plankton. I don't know, I'm just making up words at this point. You're doing to annoy me. Which part? That's the question. All of it. All of it. Alright, let's go check on your savings. I hope you've been a good little saver. $1.27. Okay, it's not a lot, but it's okay. We can do stuff with this. What can you buy out of $1.27? 14 and a half paper straws. I mean, what am I gonna do with the paper straws? Watch them melt in my drink after 3 seconds? Sounds good. Sounds good to me. It's like buying edible Monopoly money. They didn't tell me that it wasn't edible. So as a kid, we had about 2 games of Monopoly and I'd start eating the money. I thought it was that edible paper money. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Alright, we got the teller.
I think these body armor guys were trying to rob the bank.
You got 2,
Shit.
4.
It's like that movie.
Which one?
The one with the surfer bank robbers.
Yeah, Point Blank.
Oh, yeah. I love that movie.
They remade it and made it shit. Nice. Point Blank. Like they do everything else. I love that movie, but we can't name it for copyright reasons. Yeah, love that nondescript movie. Nice. Keanu fucking Reeves, man. Alright. Let's see, what was the story with this one? I think you're actually meant to have gotten it later, right? Give you a little code and then you come back later.
Here we go.
There we go. 2, 4, 6, 8. It was like 0, 2. Yeah, let's actually read that. Dear Diary. Here we go. 60, 2306, 60, $3, 2603. Anybody get that? Don't ask me to remember our code. 60. Anyways. And then the last number was. Oh fuck, man! It's too sensitive on the analog stick. It goes fucking mad. Look at this. It's meant to simulate a real. Alright, gently does it. Gentle. It's meant to simulate a real one. That's not right. Did I mess myself up? I think I did. I was too busy making fun of the number. Is it 2306? 2603? Or 2203? Yeah, it was 2306. I fucked myself up by making terrible mouth noises. Welcome back to Terrible Mouth Noises. Nice. The radio show that gives you the ick every week. It's my own fault. That's why I say don't give me the code. Because I'd be saying that in my head, and then I'm the only person alive that can do Chinese whispers to himself. You're supposed to, you know, pass on the information and lose a little bit each time. I do that in my own head. Thanks for the help, Dina. Yeah, isn't there a nod to the Uncharted 4 in here with the coin? Dude! That's mine. That's mine. Nice. Well done. Dibs. I call it Dibs. And then a man shows up named Dibs. I'm so sorry, I called your name. I'm so sorry. Hi, my name is Dibs. Hey Dibs, how you doing? What's that short for? Dibs. Okay, I trust you. Fuck this, I wasn't even supposed to be here. You got locked inside on a timer lock.
The bag's full.
Yep, they never got out.
If we were back in the old world, whew, we'd be rich.
Yeah, the old world. And you die from suffocation. Because a lot of them are all like specially treated and there's no air in there so that it doesn't destroy the money and jewels and all that. So yeah, you die from good old suffocation or starvation or inhalation or ink poisoning from eating too much of the money. Same, dude. Same. Wait, there was something in there. What's the coin, was it? You barely see. Oh no, the ring, that was it. It was not the coin. I was thinking of the coin. Yes. And every one of the Uncharted fans just creamed their little panties. Mostly the dudes. We're at that stage in history where I think there's more dudes wearing panties than women. I swear to God, man, I swear to God. I'm wearing panties right now. I've never had such comfort and support from my ball sack. You know? Oh, you fuck up. Alright, let's get out of here. I think we've seen enough. We got the shoddy what it is. And then we got sick parva or something. Sick nasty. Sick parve. Uh-oh. I think we opened one of their security boxes. Don't move. Don't move. Baby, come back. Any little brick would do. There's just something hard about your edges too. 'Cause I love my brick. Will you fucking grab him? I press it, the button, I grab it, the push. There you go. Look at that face. The face of a constipated woman right there. Hey, dear Mr. Clicker, I love you and wish to marry you. You're beautiful. Nice, you see? No haste. I could set you up with a Twitch stream. Everybody's streaming now. Apparently there was that old Ray J guy who was like, he had a few big hits. Wait, is there someone left in here?
I think we're done with this place.
Oh.
Agreed.
He had a few big hits. He went out with Moesha. Monica, was that her real name? I think it was I always get Brandy and Monica mixed up. No, I think it was Brandy. Brandy. And then he just started pissing everybody off with fucking Raycon earbuds for years. Apparently he was Twitch streaming a party or something. He couldn't get any women to arrive, so he just hired all these girls. They're not even escorts. You just hire women to show up at your party. And it was possibly, if not the most embarrassing, sad things that I have ever seen in my life. It shows how even the most washed up motherfucker can still pay to seem cool. It was pathetic on a new level.
If you lived in the old world,
because, God forbid, they couldn't have a party. Just tell people to show up.
A big farmhouse?
but
Have to
you can get a
appear
farmhouse now.
interesting and
Okay.
appear
What would you
like
get?
people care.
A space shuttle.
A space shuttle. Ah, that brick out there. Keep an eye on the horse.
Hey, it's cooler than a farmhouse.
Did you lock this horse?
Farmhouse is
I
way
don't
more
just did. Hold on.
practical.
Boop, boop. Yeah, there we go. You son of a bitch. Next time, lock this
This
thing.
was
It could be
crazy.
stolen.
Oh, I got a shotgun
I didn't
out of
pay
it,
extra
so
with a horse to
not
have
complaining.
a central locking in its
Alright,
asshole.
It's fine, I
For you
guess.
just to forget. Look how pretty this game is. Just so pretty. Does it
Hey,
still have dumb
That
photo
building's got
mode?
something on top I'd call dome-like.
Yeah, that's the shit I don't like. Cause it's photo mode, right? Nice. Grid-based hide menu. I hide it and this thing still shows up. Look at that. It's the face of evil right there. She's like, I'm tired of this bitch's shit. Why'd she have to come with me? I gotta go on a killing spree and rip the intestines out of a few pregnant bitches. And this one's with me. And she's like, find you a girl that looks at you like Dina does. Like a fucking meal. Like a snack. Like a snack. Alright, that's enough out of you. Exit photo mode, always. Can I just play a game, like a cookie clicker game, but it's just me exiting photo mode? Oh god, yeah. Oh god, yeah. That'd be some kind of a sick fantasy wish fulfillment thing going on there. I wouldn't be able to stream it, it'd be too raunchy. It'd be too raunchy. Oh god. It'd be like hack into every game and just disable photo mode.
Is this place sturdy?
It is.
I don't know.
Sturdy as my cock. I remember this place I failed half a dozen times. Shabam! I'm breaking it. Oh god, I'm breaking it.
Careful.
Thank you. I didn't know there was no window pane there, I'm sorry. They call it window pane because it's painful when I break it.
What's in here? A piece of candy. Piece of candy.
Nice. Got a new card, I gotta check them out. Doc Uckman. This is Neil Druckmann, or how he sees himself. As you can see, he's cradling some of his staff's balls in his hands. He's like, yes, I'm the mastermind and everyone's robots and AI around me. Yeah. 100 brains, apparently. Can you tell who wrote this card, anyone? And he's called the affiliation the New Dogs, because the old Naughty Dogs he got rid of. He kicked them out, and Bruce left, and Jason left. So there goes Uncharted, and there goes Amy left. There goes the writer, and there goes Crash Bandicoot. So now it's the New Dogs, otherwise known as the Prude Dogs, or the Stupid Motherfuckers. Naughty Dog, Naughty Dog. I should call them DIA Dog.
That's everything here.
I should call them DIA instead of DEI. Someone get the DA in here quick. Bam. Yo, man, you can't be leaving these windows intact, man. As you know, windows are one of the greatest villains and rivals to bricks, you know. That's why you always see bricks going through windows, you know. There's a long-standing history before time immemorial. Bricks and glass. So, and windows. No, normal glass is okay. We're not against glasses. Reading glasses and glass tumblers. Glass bowls. Spitting glass out your ass. But no, windows though. Windows and bricks. Fly, you fool. So yeah, you can just run on to the area and just skip through the story. Have it. Or you can just do a little bit of exploration.
Easy jump, don't worry.
Worrying's in my blood, so.
Ellie died from a horrible concrete mess that she left.
Man, check this out. This thing's a relic.
Nice. Well, I only came here for the piece of cloth. I don't want the axe. I know, it's pretty fucked up. Alright, so what was the story with this one? Just to get you down here or something, right? I always get this wrong. I think you need to throw it over something. Maybe she can swing from it, I can't remember. No, I'm getting the axe. Everybody calm down, Jesus Christ. We've had a British Ofcom, whatever they're called. The British watchdog and Ofcom coming in with a horrible amount of people giving out that they didn't pick up the axe. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Was it a button that extends the ladder or something? What was it? Because I don't think you can make it from here. It just drops you down there. You're trying to get over there. What was it? I always fuck it up. Don't think. Look at what? Look at what?
There's the Saravina.
You see any other way in?
Nope. Gotta get that gas.
She gotta get that gas. She needs her Pepto. I think it's just to get down, right? I don't. Let me see.
Ellie?
Blah.
Yeah? Do you know what you're doing?
Of course.
So?
I'm abseiling up my ass off. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Swanging. We swang. Okay, she can't. No, hold. Hold on, won't be swanging. We swanging. We swanging. Look at the way she grabs it with her feet. So many good. She's building that momentum. Still falls over. Nailed it first try. Hell yes.
Got it. Nice one.
I could have died.
On the way.
Yeah, come on down. Nice. Yeah, I wonder how far into the episode it will go. I'm just kind of messing around now at this point. Should just leave it here. Hello. Did you bring Shimmer around? Alright, tell me about this sick horse again. I need to go check her. We go to the vet. I'm that kind of guy who takes the joke seriously for 4 years later. What the fuck? Anything else over here? We got a good bit, like we could probably. There's a comic book shop over here, the record stuff. For the Nash. With the old saloon. Yes. Barco's the pet shop. We'll get him some horseworm medicine. I know that everybody's eating it all. Goes well with peach cobbler, apparently. Whatever the orange man says. The orange man comet. The orange man, take it away.
Nope. Locked.
Always worth a try.
Yeah. You keep from somewhere else and come back here later. Give me your key. I think we got that one. There we go. Dawn of the Wolf Part 2. I was hoping that would be their next game. A little werewolf love story. Taylor Swift approves. I don't think you can get up over there. Should be able to. Brick, you go ahead and see what you can find. Nice. 2 years, 4 months, 11 days, 12 hours, 6 minutes, 18 seconds, 4 nanoseconds. Nice. That's just a bit extra. It's a bit extra. Twitch is changing the VOD storage deadline to May 19. No! I kind of want them to get over with it. Why the people need... they have hang-ups over something, do they? Good lord. Tyler, what is up? Welcome, Tyler. How goes it? God damn it, I was hoping that they... I suppose people need more time. I was hoping to just get it over with. Because I can't use the highlights as it is now. They'll probably end up deleting shit I need, but sure, look, at this point, I don't care. That's some slappy foot you got there. My slappy shoes. Where else can we go? Madison Avenue. Go up here as well, okay. Oh my.
Hear that?
Someone's making an awful racket in there.
Sounds like you're in that building. This is gonna suck, isn't it?
No. It's gonna blow. First playthrough? No first playthrough, no. But it's been a good few years since I got to the second half of it.
Here we go.
Have you seen the show yet? I think you guys got it a day before us. We don't get it till tonight. Because tonight is the night when Bella Ramsey fucks Caitlin. I need some lesbian love like I never needed love before. I have more trouble with the screamers. Ooh, that was close. And the runners. When I do the clickers. She's gonna turn around, isn't she? You a fan of the game? You hate it? Every fiber of your being? I like turning the camera around the faces she makes. Are they pissed at me? No, okay. I looked like I was about to stir the horny nest, as I like to say. There's another one over here, isn't it? It's just making noise in general. This one's like proper stuck in the middle, is it? Can I change brick for bottle for a second? Don't tell. Will they let me do that? Probably not. Just says full. Crafty Molotov. You don't even need a bottle for the Molotov? Okay. Yeah. Hello, Judge. I'm finally here. Sorry. What did I do wrong? Sorry, I'm getting random extra violence. Sorry. What did I do? All I had was a nice love of a beautiful woman. We smoked a shitload of weed. What's the matter? Huh? What did I do wrong? Stuff you're gonna do in the future. Poor little Ellie. Please, Judge Jody. Let me go. Let me leave, Murph. Ah, damn. Come on down. Mrs. Clicker. There he is. She's a mother of 4, and she's ready for love. She spent enough time working in court. Now she's ready to ride the punani. Get her, Dina. Oh, Dina's actually doing something. Wonders never cease. Well done. Sorry. I got fucking Assassin's Creed shadow buttons on me. Nice. Alright. That was it.
I think so.
Clean.
Go team.
Let's find that gas.
Go team.
I wonder what it was like to serve on
What's the name of our team? We didn't figure that part out. Is it?
Sit down.
Are we okay with
Good
Team
evidence.
Scratch and Sniff?
Try to
'Cause
tell
I
if
am.
somebody's lying.
There you go. This man just
Give me 5
chilling
minutes of my
with
knife.
shotgun ammo.
I tell you if they were lying or not.
What the hell?
Wow.
Must have been a
okay.
shotgun wedding. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. You suck! Okay, sorry. People don't take kindly to my jokes, but they get to listen to Dina and Ellie talking fucking mad shit for 10 hours straight. God damn it, she just said the horse was hoarse. I wanted to knock her off it, but that might cause a little bit of damage to the underdeveloped fetus known as her mind. Your mind of the underdeveloped fetus. Got anything in these drawers? These fucking empty drawers. Here we go. Hell yes. It's the only thing that gets right about America is that there's pills just everywhere. Pills, right? Get no pills. Got no dynamo pills. Take my fentanyl pills.
Hey, little help? Coming.
These two, huh? These two together. I'm thinking the first episode will probably get to the Joel death. What do you think? But
You
you
ever
think?
been to a courthouse before?
Nope.
Do you think poor old Pedro
Ever
will
got in
just
trouble back in Boston?
go as
Oh, I
far
got in
as
trouble.
just show up on set for the
landed in
first
the courthouse.
episode and leave? I don't know. Suppose we'll have all the flashbacks. Will Joel sing Future Days, Our Future Days? Will Pedro sing that? I hear he's got a lovely singing voice. Dude, he's at risk of becoming kind of a shitty actor too. You gotta be careful. So really, I don't know, man. Some of that SNL stuff is fucking borderline
Serious
cringe.
shit went down here.
That's SNL for you, but that could ruin someone's career with that shit. My advice: stay clear of that place. That bomb out a career. Good lord. So, beep, 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 beep. Imagine that goes off like 15,000 sons of bitches come after you. What I loved about the first game, you don't see as much in this one because she's older. God bless her. But
Parking
the
garage.
first game, she's just so
gas is in there.
fascinated and enamored by
That's what the
everything.
note said.
She's just a poor little
Well,
kid,
let's
you
get
know.
down there.
14 years of shelter while the world turned to shit. It's like the whole world becomes a museum to her, and it's like, whoa. Nice. I know there's a door right there. I don't believe in doors. They scare me. You know? What if my soul is on the other side? You ever think about that? I lose a piece of me. Every time I see a piece of you. Yes, I don't think we get it till the safety. We'll have a look, see. I hope the show has mentioned a brick. Do you? I know I'd be. I'd be sad if there wasn't. I'd feel horrible. Alright, here we go. Agitators. You can see a little bit of the WLF. Confiscated 860723. It's crazy that some of them survived that long. Marcus, Alison Cole. These are all just all these groups started as revolutionaries fighting against Fedra. You know, something that was eventually going to happen if COVID didn't release.
This might come in handy.
Dropped him a little piece of paper. All the rattling going on. Captain
What's it
Paul
say?
Douglas.
This guy was a Fedra commander or something.
Now free
They
of
were
us.
losing to the
Mercy.
WLF and
The
trying to
WLF.
escape.
How big is this group if they were able to beat the army?
You don't need a lot if you're that vicious.
Yeah. Probably
You
not
need
too
to be
many of them now.
careful.
Let's just be smart about it.
Okay, Jesse.
Ooh. Me being smart? You don't know me too well, do you? Let's see. I always wonder is it better just to wait. Oh yeah, we were trying to get increased health because I've been dying on the higher difficulty. Yeah, and we'll save everything else. Now we gotta drop that nice. Didn't I? No, I didn't, did I? Is it the other one? Yeah, craft. Melee upgrades. They're very handy. What was it? 83, 07, 23. Okay. I try yesterday and then I am my last anymore. Who's gonna remember this time? 86 or 83? Oh my god. Damn, I hate using the fucking analog stick for. Is it 86? I done messed it up again. I gotta stop making stupid noises when I'm trying to remember a code. My brain's like, huh, you expected that to work? It was 86.
Okay, double check.
I blame each and every one of you guys. That's right. That's right. How could I blame myself? Huh? Oh, there it is. Landed right on the 10 to 3.
Yes.
You want to know what's going on inside Cyber's mind? Don't. You don't want to know. I don't want to know. Fuck, I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to leave. The little hamster on the wheel is trying to leave. He's packed up. He's got a little Hawaiian shirt on. He's got his bags are packed. Tiny little suitcase with wheels on it. And he's riding around on it, you know. Scoot, scoot. And he wants to leave. But I said, no. The exit's blocked. He needs a code. And he doesn't know if it's 86 or 83. Benny. WF is winning. City's going to fall any day now. Unless you quit Fedra. Can't keep you safe. They probably called in. So after they would call in and bomb some of the city, it would have been like the leftovers of Fedra and like modern police force versus the guerrilla warfare of the people. Fedra. Federales. We're over here. Is this where the court? No, that's where we come down the stairs. Alright, we're going down the elevator. Ellie later. I said that, I did. You can please send your complaints to Dan Clancy at DJ Clancy. DJ. I ain't never seen that man do a DJ thing in his goddamn life. He had the piano a bit, that's about it. He was a pianist.
Shit!
Alright. No messing this time. I think I got one coming. Oh, goddammit. I'll be right with you, darling. For some reason we got the revolver equipped. That ain't gonna reflect too well on me. Oh, it was the clicker that got me. Oh my god, I saved Dina's life and she let me die. I don't know why the revolver was equipped. I couldn't tell you. Even on a good day. It is a good gun though. I don't know. I don't fucking equip no goddamn revolver. What's the matter, darling? What just happened? Like a dude. Machete. That's what I got. Me too. Damn, they ain't lying when they just give you a little bit of ammo. I can hear a clicker. Where is it? Where is it? That was my last bullet. We have nothing. I think when you smash some of their little mushroom face, you can go and attack them afterwards. But it loads that insta-kill so fast, you see. It's crazy. Like, you saw me, I haven't used barely any ammo. We've even fully stealthed multiple sections there, which is not like me. I can't stealth to save my life. But still, next to no ammo. Sheesh. These higher difficulties are no joke. It's not grounded though. I'll just be honest, I wouldn't be able to ground it. Ew. Anything in there? We got more brick. Home of the brick. Sometimes you can smash them and get stuff in the driver's seat. Sometimes. Nope. There's some gas. I've kind of inadvertently gone the right way, haven't I? The gas is for that checkpoint we passed ages ago.
Here's our gas.
And then in it.
Oh, come on.
Try and siphon it. Blow a little air into it.
Empty.
Seriously? That giant tank?
Yeah.
And get yourself a little
Tapped out.
siphon. Nope,
Well,
too easy.
let's try our luck at the dome.
I used to get a usable gas canister though.
How do we get out of here?
Oh,
One bullet left in the revolver. One for Dina. Come here. That's pretty fucked up. That's pretty fucked up. We're not there yet. Give me like 5 minutes now.
Dina.
Coming.
Dude, the chances of these rusted chains working 20 years later? No. Sisters and doing it for themselves.
Okay, let go.
Good job, babe.
Thanks.
Babe.
Okay.
The horse
Cross the
just
courthouse
pulls up.
off the list.
See, he has
Let's go find the dome.
There's a low jack.
Might be worth grabbing some supplies before we press on.
Mm-hmm. You're telling me. Look at the rust on the machete and the blood out of that. You notice that when they released it, or can we talk? Oh, something popped up there. When they released the door, not just to save their fingers, but they also lowered it very slowly so it wouldn't smash the bottom. Always thinking of the sound. It's the little things, you know. You don't want to shit on them for everything. It's the little things like that that I would notice. We shall spare no expense destroying these windows. Hey Davis, check out our old WLS safe houses for supplies. Probably a long shot, but every little bit helps. Nice, there must be Tesco's here. Well, I seen someone in Japan, right? And they walked into a fucking Aldi. An Aldi in Japan. Even was it spelled out in kanji. What? I didn't know Aldi had it like that.
Kidding me? You trade half the stuff for a bag of beans.
Got it. Tastes
Nothing like 20-year-old
shit.
burnt shit.
Thank you.
Wow.
Acquired taste.
What's wrong with burnt shit? It tastes better? It's half a Taco Bell. It's like burnt shit with sauce. If you just take the sauce away, it's burnt shit. Big blue trading card. Ooh. This is part of Intergalactic Heretic. That's right, I can just say shit and then watch it come true and it doesn't come true. That's it. Half of the YouTubers right now, man, just saying shit. Like, brand new news for Intergalactic. And it's like somebody changed a tiny little thing on one of the websites. It's like a misspelling. It's like clearly they changed the misspelling because they felt it wasn't misspelled enough. Nice. Nice! Well, they did say occupado. Okay. There goes my machete. Oh, baby. Oh, we got all this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't need heals,
How
though.
do they get inside
Need
these
ammo.
places?
I don't know.
Well, you
I
get
hate
in.
that
We
shit.
could, you know, we could make some Molotovs as soon as I. And then, Molotovs wouldn't have worked in that area, though, would they? It was all water. Water! They say occupado, they mean it. There you go.
What's this?
This is Barco's keys that we were looking for earlier.
It says Barco's on it.
You know, what about
I
it?
think it's for that pet store we were at earlier.
Might be worth checking out.
Found in the shitter. Any turds? No. Good people. People seem to have cleaner toilets in the post-apocalypse than they do afterwards. Uh-oh. See? Even the clickers have poor old periods. Now people can't flush the turd. Flush it like the economy.
We cleared this place out.
Mm-hmm. It's fun to explore these areas. people like, I'd say, that actually come from this place and like, oh my god, I know Barco's. It's closed down.
Peaceful out here, at least.
No.
It's weird being in a QZ and not hearing trucks. Or gunfire and explosions.
My sister always avoided QZs. That's probably why. She just got more and more paranoid. She'd sometimes wake up screaming in the middle of the night.
That's rough.
We always had a bag packed so we could bail.
It's crazy because you see me collect a lot of cool things.
Place for more than a few weeks.
We're gonna be hurting for ammo.
It's nice to have a place we call home, right?
Yeah.
I like
When
horse
I first got to
physics.
Jackson, I was so overwhelmed
Like
by all
watching
the people.
if they actually bother
I was
to
overwhelmed by all the
sidestep
food.
or whatever. You know?
I remember my first week just gorging myself.
Gorge.
Stuffing food in all my pockets for later like it was gonna run out.
I saw that.
You did not?
I did. I remember thinking, who is this string bean girl stealing all the jerky?
Jerky.
I didn't steal that much jerky.
Dude, the Americans, y'all do jerky the best. The best jerky.
Oh shit. I got it.
Let's see what we got in here.
Better not be no rabid dogs. I eat them.
What the hell is this place?
Some kind of WLF something.
WLF just sounds like a radio station to me. KPXL. Bear your fangs. They think we're sheep. Yeah, we were like moments away from this after that raid on the Capitol.
WLF propaganda.
So it's
Reminds me of
very,
Fireflies in Boston.
very simple.
In New Mexico, we had
Little
these guys called
tiny
the Ravens.
moments, like a tinderbox.
Protectors of the Constitution, they called them.
Yeah, look at this. I didn't realize
their
they kind
deal?
of predicted that as well.
Ex-Fedra types
Protectors
who
of
thought
the
Fedra had too many rules.
Constitution.
They ran protection rackets. They took multiple wives. Great dudes.
Yeah,
Yikes.
Yeah.
sounds like crazy's alright. Fucking Church of Latter-day Saints. Psycho!
What's this?
These are plans to hit a
Sister
Fedra
wives and
convoy.
stuff.
This place must be old.
There is, look at that, you can see them, when she
I don't
writes it,
think
you can
anybody's
see the
been
little
here in
flashes
years.
of the other stuff.
We could take a look.
There is a time and a place for revolutionary groups, for sure, but we neither know when to act or how to act. It's either full-on extremes or very confused people. Because whether you want to admit or not, honestly, since the 60s and 70s, some of the shitty government stuff, there's been those type of prepper people forever, right?
Goonie
Well
and
before
Ghost
any
will love
government or
this.
this government or whatever. There we go. Get ourselves a new, yes, new weapon belt. Did I miss talking to her? Long gun holster.
Who?
Long
They were
arm of
these
the law.
feral cats I had before I came to Jackson. But they
These
didn't
two,
seem
these
to
two
wanna live
could
with
yap
us, so
forever.
I miss those scratches.
Tina's got a booty on her.
You have any pets?
Nah, it was never really my thing.
Oh, maybe when we're done with all this, we can get a nice little creature to take care of.
Alright, deal.
Ah, yeah. Oh, jeez. Feral cats, huh? I don't know if I'd bother with the feral cats. We've had a lot of stray cats. They're very, very feral. You'll have a little... Kittens usually tend to be a bit scared. They'll just do the hissing, but... Actual feral cat might be too gone, you know? They do damage. Mostly they'll live in fear, though. Alright. That's kind of the big prize out of here, right? Is the long gun
I think we
holster.
got everything here.
So what it'll allow you to do is, as you can see now, you no longer have to stop. You do a short one as well. I think one of the upgrades in the paths is a short gun holster too. So allow you to equip it on the fly like that. That's why I was like, I'll remember that. But yeah, that was a little taste of this. You see, I think I'll leave it there.